Hello, 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 and welcome to Natural Havoc. We are a group of Twitch streamers that decided to play Dungeons and Dragons. We thought we'd give it a go, streaming it and playing it, and we've been doing it for a little while now. As you can probably hear from the sound of my voice, I am a sick onion, but we will prevail, we'll continue on, and we will try our best. So if any voices sound a little off, which they probably normally do anyway, but if they sound even more off, it's because I'm not feeling a little bit too well. And there's a few people with maybe some slightly different camera setups today. Some people looking very small, and some people having different backgrounds because people are having issues with like camera settings, and some people aren't in the places where they normally are. But we've all managed to get together. So yeah. Right, let's go round the room and tell people where they can find us. Not find us, tell us who you are and who you're playing today. So Tim, take it away.
I will. Welcome back, guys. I am Tim, and as always, I'll be playing Arcturus, the Warlock Vidalcan, who is very smart, very witty, and very having less patience all over the course. So, gonna be fun.
Awesome. And below Arcturus and the Tech Wizard, we have Eagle. Eagle, take it away.
Hello, everybody. I play Andros, the Loxodon Rogue, and make sure you're following the socials, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the YouTube. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Go join the Discords, because we can go talk to us directly. All that shit. I ain't fucking this up today. I am fucking perfect. And now I'm gonna toss it to my friend down in the end, fighting the Ender Dragon, Smitty Jane.
Thank you. I don't have anything to add apart from follow the socials. Social the follows. Wait, why did I get it right the first time? It feels wrong. But yeah, I'm playing Maeve, a half-elf druid barbarian, and she's still suffering from a level of exhaustion. So if I'm a little bit confused, that's why.
Awesome. And to the other side of the screen, as a very, very little man, Zeb, do you want to take it away?
I will cosplay a little man today. I'm clearly not streaming very regularly anymore, and yeah, great. I play Arcturus. No, god damn it!
No, I'm Arcturus.
I play Earhart as every time, and I'm horrible. And I'm a wild magic user, sorcerer. Kill me now.
I thought you were cosplaying Galoin today, but obviously maybe not.
If you wanna change it up, if you wanna play Arcturus, just ask me.
I will be socks.
Yeah, that'll do. Look at you. It looks great. You just need a little mushroom hat. And above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello. My name is Lan. I'm playing Shion, the resident diva warlock for this evening, and who fears that she is going to be very cold in the near future because Shion doesn't like cold, and we go into cold places. So expect lots of whining. So apologies.
And I am Onion. I play the DM, which is Dungeon Master or Game Master. Some people go by GM. And I will play literally everything else. The narrator to blades of grass, if they try to talk to them. Ravens, rats, trees, brick walls. Whatever they try and talk to, I have to pretend that I'm it. So I do that. One thing I did forget to say, because people might be new here, and I just didn't even assume that, is we use homebrew rules, which I normally say at the beginning, but my brain's a little bit mush. So we do use some homebrew rules that are thrown in, but sometimes we make mistakes as well, so please do be patient. Other than that, are we, I think we're ready to go? Everyone good to go? We'll go with a recap? Yeah, sure. Cool, let's do it. So please do bear with me, as, yeah, I am a little bit ill. But we will go from the recap, as our session began with the party finally agreeing to Sir Drexel's request, upon which they were given maps of the areas they needed to visit, as well as a hefty sum of gold. They also spoke to Eliash at length, who proposed that the party would travel with her to Craddock the next day, as the first stop of their grand tour of northern Veritas. The party are informed that Craddock has very strong ties with Zotish, and if the party would come into good graces with the rulers of Craddock, they might be able to relay their message to the rulers of Zotish for them, thus saving the party some very precious time. However, it would probably involve dealing with their problem in the Serpent's Bay, Rumor has it that a gigantic sea serpent resides there, attacking any passing ships, making the party a little bit nervous to venture out there. They then spent the rest of the day shopping for supplies and armor. Andros purchased a few magical items at the Tri-Spire, as well as commissioning them to enchant his rapier. Maeve purchased Kalir's shelter, a ring that can keep tiny creatures protected within a small pocket dimension. Meanwhile, Shion purchased 5 sending scrolls. What with her previous attempts, she made sure to stock up on them. Maeve and Shion also made a short visit to Kingston Bernardo, and although Shion didn't hear anything that she didn't already know, Maeve got a little bit of information that could have been about her father. She asked Kingston if he knew of anyone by the name of Zeno in the region of Elenasta, with which Kingston recalled a man that used to go by that name worked for his father over 30 years ago, and apparently during a mission that went sideways, the man ended up getting caught in a fight with the captain of the Golden Order upon his retreat from that capital. The rumors state that Zeno slayed the captain and became a wanted criminal. And that was the last Kingston had heard of him. He informed Maeve that the two could be unrelated, but that was the information that he had at hand. Meanwhile, Erhard, Arcturus, and Andros headed towards the Crimson Crown Tavern in hopes of meeting the Lady Scorchstone and Samir of the Bayrock Isles. They found out that both of them were planning on travelling to Arantis within the next 2 weeks via boat at Karas. Samir gave Andros some of his winnings at the gambling table and some sound advice, while Lady Scorchstone informed Erhard that if he were to come to know this, that he should reach out for her and that she would love to show him around the airship. The party all headed back towards the Warden's Roost, but not before Shion went out and purchased a few pieces of clothing fit for travel in colder climates. And as they all arrived and took a seat to wait for one another, the party, now within the lounge of the Warden's Roost, stand around or sit as Petunia starts handing out warm bowls of vegetable soup to each of them. What will our adventurers do next? So, it is the evening time. It is probably around about 6-7 p.m. You're all just relaxing as the last of you have finally arrived at the Warden's Roost. Bowls of warm vegetable soup has been given to you, with little bits of broccoli and other little bits sticking and poking out of it. I'll leave the floor to you as you guys sit around the table or whatever you're doing.
I'm gonna immediately start attuning to my glove and holding on to the dagger of venom. As we're eating, of course, just kind of working on that.
So you're
And the
eating
cloak.
one-handed while wearing this glove?
Yeah, the glove.
Yeah, no
and
worries.
I have
Okay.
the cloak already on me, and I'm just, working with both, trying to, get prepared, I guess.
That doesn't look weird at all, Andros.
We're leaving tomorrow. I'm gonna be prepared. I'm not gonna be caught off guard by some flying drake or some dragon that wants to, mess with us. You heard what that person told us. There's a dragon in that one place, and I'm not excited for that.
Half a world away.
Half a world, 2 meters, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get caught off guard by that thing.
But how could you not? It's fascinating. A dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Fascinating.
put
Not a minute.
my utensil around my trunk, and I'm gonna use my trunk to eat, pick up the food and eat. I can use both hands.
Arcturus, why? It just dawned on me. Why do you speak Draconic?
I have no idea. It's
What do you mean you have no idea?
well. I don't know. That's like the same question about why does Andros have trunks? Tusks.
I think it's
You
pretty
just-
obvious why I have it.
Were your parents dragons?
Not that I know of. No. I don't know. I maybe studied it. Maybe it came with Kada. I have no clue actually.
You don't remember learning it, you just know it.
Yeah, wait. When I spoke to those break people, wasn't common.
Nope. So that's why he didn't tell us
Fascinating.
anything.
Fascinating. I was on the assumption you guys could understand me.
Nope. You were just doing like.
Oh,
Right. Right. Honestly, Arcturus, it's almost like, we share something now. You speak Draconic, I speak Thieves, Cant, and we have that same thing. No one else understands us, understands what we're saying, but, we can make it work. Just like, back, by the way, I just want to still apologize for this. I did mess up at that one place, the building against the White Tusk and his people. I did everything perfect. I said all the right words. Honestly, you guys messed up there, if I remember correctly. You guys.
You
With
are
whom or
referring
what?
to that situation where you didn't know what to say and then set us all up, and then you blew our cover.
Right.
That situation?
Listen. I think what that was a misunderstanding. I think what you guys saw was different from what I saw and what I heard. I think the issue was you guys just didn't know Thieves Camp. I thought y'all did, and y'all didn't. So,
when
mind
is
me
this?
next time. Huh?
When is
This
this?
was way back when we were taking on the what's that? What were they called? It was a long time ago. It wasn't that long.
Crooked
was it?
Clasp?
Yeah, the Crooked Class, whatever they are.
Mm-hmm.
But even after, honestly, I think we fought very well then too. We did
Mhm.
very well. I didn't mess up anything. I will refuse that to the day I die.
I believe that.
Thank you, Erhard. Thank you.
So,
It's not a compliment, by the way.
what are your plans for tonight, guys? Just hang out and chill, or
I was hoping Maeve could help me with something really short before.
Yeah, I can do that. I want to study, but also I'm tired. I don't know what to do. Depends on the time.
I'm gonna get some early shut-eye. We have a lot of traveling ahead of us, and as the man of many mysteries, I need to make sure I'm well rested.
Okay, so as you finish up your soup, is everyone just like chilling, or are we all going to bed to wait for the next day, or is there certain things that people wanted to do?
I think I will actually go for a walk essentially,
Okay.
and want to go to the Tri-Spire.
Okay.
So
Is there
take
something in
all that.
particular you want to go there for?
Well, yeah, I want to buy like an Eyewood staff,
The staff. Yes. Okay. Let me.
and I think I've been pondering the other scrolls that I was told about, so I think I might want to buy the Phantom Steed scroll.
Okay. Let me just find the price for you, and then we won't roleplay it. We'll just go through with the price and then go through that. So the Ironwood staff is 450 gold. That's already with your discount.
Yeah.
And then which scrolls did you want? Sorry, you wanted.
The Phantom Steed, I think you had in stock, and
and-
Water Breathing.
Okay, so that's an additional 500. So that's 950 gold.
950.
Yeah, and that's with discounts already applied.
Holy. And that's pretty much what I will do, and then I will go
Sweet.
back.
I'll
and
add it. Yeah, I'll add it to
do
your
some
sheet
ritual
in a minute.
writing.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, cool. What else is everyone doing? Shion, Maeve, Arcturus, Andros?
I guess if I don't know if them two, Shion and Maeve, are gonna go do things. I guess I'll sit with I'll offer Arcturus. I still have a bottle. I have like 2 bottles of alcohol on me. I'll take out one of them, and I'll set it down on the table and just kind of motion it to Arcturus. You want to have a drink or something?
I look confused. I'm like, Okay. Sure.
Great. And I'll pour 2 glasses and I'll slide one over to him. And I'll just raise a cheers to our many travels.
So,
And hopefully not death.
so Andros, why this small gesture?
What do you mean? Why the small gesture? I'm confused.
You've never bought me a drink and not bought the others one a drink.
Because the others are currently doing other things, and I mean, if anything, I was gonna go drink this by myself in my room, but that sounds depressing. And I already did that yesterday, so today I'm trying to be a little bit more, not looking depressed. So, you either want a drink, or we can.
You have a point. It was kind of depressing.
Yeah.
So, are you good?
Am I good? Yeah. Always great. Hello. I feel great today. My grandma's still in my head. We're totally not gonna go fight a dragon. And it's great. It's totally everything's great. Everything's fine.
I totally do not believe he is doing great, so I want to roll an insight on that.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry, I was just sorting a hard sheet out, making sure it worked. But yes,
It's a 5.
yeah, go for it. Roll your insight check to see if Andros is doing well. Andros, if you're not doing well, right?
Maybe.
Well, I need to know.
Oh,
as a DM.
I'll say he's just nervous for all the traveling. He's nervous for
Sure.
what he's heard.
I will say then, roll me a deception check. Okay. Arcturus, you definitely catch on that he's not necessarily telling you the whole truth of like how he feels, but you do get a sense that he's not like in a state of like panic or anything like that. He seems to be coasting, if anything.
Okay. I'll acknowledge and I'll leave him while I'm taking a sip of my drink.
Okay, and the girls, what are you two doing? Are you going to your room, Shion, or where are you heading?
I think so. Maeve, do you need any help afterwards?
I don't know if you can help me try and study a recipe. If that's a thing, maybe.
Don't even know.
You can have a look. Maybe it's helpful for your poison making kit. I don't know.
Could be.
Mm.
I mean, if you just want me to collect something, you help me, I help you, right?
It's just a few hours of studying, but maybe, reading's kind of new to me if you wanted to help me with words and stuff.
Sure, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Shall
what do we
we?
Need a little
Mm-hmm.
more privacy for this. Not meaning anything. And I sort of look over to Ondros like, I don't mean it like that, but I just need a little focus, I guess.
Sure.
I'll tell you how it went afterwards. I guess we go upstairs.
Okay, so as you arrive into your room, you notice someone's been in here. Some things are moved about, not quite how you last left them. And as you look upon the bed, you notice that there is a scroll laying on the bed, and beside the scroll, you notice a note.
Someone's been in here.
Petunia? Maybe?
I don't know. I guess I'll read the note. Yeah.
And it says, use it wisely, and it's signed by Arcturus.
Use it wisely. Can I check what the scroll is?
You realize it's a scroll of sending.
Song.
I think it is.
Well, that's one more for you if we succeed.
How long has he had that for?
I don't know. Where did he? Oh, as soon as we go down, as soon as we go back down, I'll ask him.
Wow. Okay.
I wonder what else is he hiding? Maybe he has fabulous gemstones that we know nothing of, or
More
Healing
languages that we don't know.
yes, healing potions for everyone, 1,000,000.
Sounds like a big number.
Yeah, that's a very big number, but I don't think it would suit into his pack unless he has a magic pack, just like Eliash has.
Well, we don't know what he's hiding in that necklace of his.
Very true. Let's ask him later. But for now, I guess I'll grab his sending scroll first.
Yeah. It's definitely not as pristine as the ones that you have recently just bought. It definitely has a little bit of wear, and maybe like on the edges there's like a slight nick where it's like knocked against something in like maybe in his backpack or something.
He must have had this for quite a while.
Either that or it's really old.
Fair enough. Okay, so shall we try?
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so
What do I roll
are
again?
you
I forgot.
casting guidance?
I am, yeah.
So Maeve's going to cast guidance upon Shion, and Shion's going to attempt to read a scroll of sending. So it is your charisma that you need to roll, just a flat charisma check. And you need to beat the DC, which is 10 plus the level of the spell. It's a 3rd level spell, so 13 is what you need to beat, but you do have an additional 1d4 to add on to that as well. So roll me a charisma check, please.
Let's go.
There you go. You don't even need the guidance on this one. You just managed to achieve it. So, as you're sat there and you read out the scroll, and the magic starts to swirl around you, and the scroll's edges begin to burn, who do you focus upon?
I focus upon a very tall and impressive Leonin man who is decked out in all the prettiest gear that you can imagine, who has a little bit of a limp going on. I don't know him that well, but I've seen him
Of times at different balls. I know his doors.
Your mic's
on.
just...
Oh yeah, is it
We
cutting?
Is it cutting out again? It's
Yeah, so Lana's having like
Acting
issues with her mic
like-
headset stuff. One sec, I'm gonna fix this.
So, as the vision of Shion's comes to, and this very proud, strong-looking Leonin man starts to come into her mind, and you see this crown atop his head, and you see the regal clothing and the cloak, and you see the cane that he holds, and it's all very rich golds, reds and whites. It's very like in your face royalty. And as this vision comes into your mind and you begin to produce the sending scroll, what are your 24 words?
You ready? Your illustrious majesty. Sorry. My mic is doing annoying again. Don't count these words, please.
My mic is doing an annoying again.
No. Okay. Your illustrious majesty.
Oh no, it keeps cutting out. Say it through Tim's mic for now. Just so I've got it.
Hello.
Ah, hello.
Oh, hang on. Shit. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Okay, Your illustrious majesty. My father is
is
telling the truth. Tungsten wolves are a
Menace.
menace to Shartusa. May rains bless you, Shion Loranil.
I think that was under 24.
22, I believe.
Yes, that's what I counted. 22, but it was hard. Okay, so it was Your Illustrious Majesty. My father is telling you the truth about the Tungsten Wolves, right? They are a
Basically.
menace to Shartusa. Okay. as you begin to formulate these words, you sense the magic exuberate from you, and as it leaves you, it's cut. You feel that it doesn't reach its destination. You don't know why, but you also know who this person is. And maybe, because of the person he is, there are protections against this sort of thing. And it's at that point where it like hits a wall and you just feel like the magic dissipates. Unfortunately though, the scroll does still burn.
I pretty much figured as much. So that's why we have a plan B. I mean, does Maeve hear all this?
Yeah, I'd say because you have to. I think you have to verbalize the words. Oh no, I will quickly look it up. But it's up to you. You can say it out loud, or you can say it in your head. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I kind of say it out loud. Okay. So yeah, I think it failed. Well, the scroll obviously worked, but I was trying to contact the king. But you know, the king has a lot of people around him who might be able to, you know, protect him from magics.
Like a magical wall of force?
Yeah, like a barrier of some sort that not everyone can just contact him at will. But
how does it work? Can they reply if they receive it?
they can reply short word. Like I only have a limited amount of words, and if it works, I get a limited amount of words back. Okay. So at least I know how people react, if they believe what I say, if they don't think I'm some sort of mad person.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I kind of expected this as much. I mean,
yeah,
it's
I'm
okay.
Sorry. But one good thing came out of it, and you did it all by yourself. It's like the first time, right?
It is the first time, yes. Well, I have a plan B. So
yeah,
let's try the second person. Maybe that will work. And yeah, I guess I'll try again.
And you don't need to recast guidance because I will say it's still within the same minute. So yeah, it's all good. Sure. Let us go with the second one. Roll me another charisma check, please. As you read the words aloud again on this scroll in front of you. And as the magic starts to exuberate from you, you feel like you've got a knack for it now. You feel like you know exactly. This is chump change. This is easy.
I think I got it down. Yeah.
You'd hope so with the amount of attempts it's taken. But yes, you eventually got to grips with it. And this time, who is your target intended?
This time I'm focusing on a tall drow elven man who is someone I'm very familiar with because he has taught me many things back when I was a child, and I know him as my father's closest confidant and also his best slave, someone who would never betray him, and someone who would do whatever it takes to help him. So I want to send or like cast the spell and send word to Varion Shear.
Okay. And what are your 24 words for Varion?
Varion, my father is telling the truth. Please help him by doing whatever means necessary. Hope to be home soon. Shion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
22.
20, yeah.
Yeah, 22 again. Okay, cool. See, you got 2 extra words. You're all good.
Yeah, I know. It's good.
Yeah, and again, you feel the magic leave you, and as you feel it like shoot off into just the open air, you sit there for a minute, and you begin to worry. You don't hear an immediate response. And in the back of your mind, the scroll is burning in your hands and fizzles out. And you know you've done it right. And then it comes. You hear the voice of someone you haven't spoken to in a long while. So your father was right. He's not going mad after all. You do live. I advised him that listening to those tungsten wolves was bad. And then it cuts. Like, it cuts, you just hear the bad part, and it just cuts out. And yeah, that's what you hear.
It's good to know that we have another, that my father still has an ally, even if he might not be able to do anything. I tried to contact my father's closest confidant. He always helped my father. And I was taught a great deal from him.
Is he important? Can he help?
Maybe not in the grand scheme of things, but he is a very clever man, and I'm pretty sure that he's not above using underhanded tactics to help. I just hope it won't be necessary.
Okay. Right. Well, it'd be good for your father to have at least one person in his corner, even if it's just for support.
Exactly. So I want to try one more, and then I think we'll be all right. And then you can have the rest. I don't know how many will be left. There will be
two after this one.
2 left. If this succeeds, there will be 2 left, and you can have them. So okay, I guess we're gonna go for the third one.
No, you'll have 3 left after this one.
No, we're
Because
going
of
to Kingston.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So for the third one, I am focusing on an elven woman who is who looks like a saint, who is dressed in white, flowers in her hair, very regal clothes as well. She's not royalty, but she's an important person, and I know her because when I was a teenager, when I was a young little Shion, she taught me all about poisons. So I want to send my 3rd sending scroll to Dahlia Talantis, Guildmaster of this Tower of the Scorpion.
Brilliant. And yeah, as you do this, guidance will need to be cast at this point, as I assume you do. Yep. And as you do that, yeah, can I please have a charisma check?
Oh.
And as you begin to cast it, you begin to shake, and you don't know whether it's due to the emotion of actually having contact with someone now, other than your father, and it's welled up inside of you that someone else now acknowledges your existence. It's the fact that to these people, you were dead. And the realization that, and the relief that someone else believes you and is now fighting for your father's corner, it distracts you as you try to read this scroll. And before you can target to that individual, it fizzles in your hands.
I'm sorry, I thought I had it down.
You were doing so well. The last one was so good.
I don't know what happened now. I mean, I guess I got distracted or something.
You can try again.
I'm sorry.
That's
I really wanted to give you both.
That's okay, don't worry.
Okay. Let me try again then. Hopefully this will be alright.
Yeah, and you give it another shot as you pull another scroll out.
A 10? Oh god.
So you have to roll a d4. You're going to want to hope for a 3 or a 4. With the guidance that Maeve gives you.
Am I rolling? Oh, wait.
Either. As the guidance surges through. And Shion, you begin to well up at the thought of your family, your father, and help once more. but you just don't seem to get a grasp on that magic as it fizzles in front of you. 2 scrolls down, both failing. You have one final scroll in front of you and Maeve.
I'm so sorry. Listen, I'll buy you a new one. Oh, they don't have any more. Oh,
He bought them all.
we bought them all.
Some poor scribe has like just handed in all 5, and he was like, I'll go rest. And then you buy them all, and they're like, we need 5 more.
He hates his job. Oh, this is so frustrating. I had it done. You know what? Never mind the last one. I just... you can have it.
But what if that's the game changer? Who's it for?
My old mentor. She's a woman of high standing in Chartusa. She is the guild master of the Tower of the Scorpion. The Tower of the Scorpion is where I studied for a short while, and she's the one who taught me poison.
She like the Eliash to the Tri-Spire?
Yes, I guess you can say it. You can say it like that.
Yeah. It could be an important person. I don't know. It's up to you. It's your scrolls, Shion.
I wonder if I mean, wherever we're going, like Kradok and Kuvak and all those places, I wonder if they sell sending scrolls over there. If they do, I will buy you at least 3, I promise.
Also have money, Shion. I just haven't used my brain to think that I can send messages now. You know, I could have sent my mom a message or my dad. I don't know. If he's dead, I can't. But
I mean,
whatever.
you still can. And I just pushed the scroll over to her.
No, Shion. No. We can't do this. Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Sure.
Boulder,
Okay.
I will have you know, it's boulder, parchment, shears.
All the parchment shears. I don't know. How do we do this?
Okay.
Okay.
Can we not just... No.
Rollies?
Just both, if you want to really do that, just both roll a d20 and whoever has the highest number wins.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Okay.
otherwise the lag on camera with rock, paper, scissors just isn't going to work.
No.
Okay.
Rock, paper, what did you get? Scissors!
Imagine that we're doing boulder, parchment shears.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Ah!
D20, right?
Oh, as Maeve's shears come cutting through the parchment of Shion, yeah, Maeve wins.
Use it. Come on.
I feel bad. Oh, okay.
Fine, then you buy me one in the next town, and I give her away.
Sure. Well, okay. Wild thought. I don't know the science behind this. In fact, I don't know any science. But counterspell. Would it counter guidance back to me?
What?
No, I get what you mean. I don't know.
Do you want to cast guidance on yourself?
And then I counterspell it.
Why would you
Back to
counterspell it?
back to her.
No,
No,
she
but
could. She could just cast it on herself.
Can I? Is that a thing I... Oh, I thought I couldn't.
Yeah, you can.
I can, and then still, and it will last. Oh, okay.
How
never
does
mind.
that even work, though? Guide yourself.
Okay, should we just do it now then? I'm not prepared, but I don't think I'll ever be.
Sure.
Okay, let's just get them out of the way. I'm gonna try to contact my dad.
Okay.
Because he's either... He might be dead, which I think will make the scroll fail. Or he's being imprisoned somewhere, which I would fail. Or he receives it and he's not dead. I think. Maybe. So, you need the roll. as
I
well.
need a wisdom roll and then a d4 on top with your guidance.
Okay. Wisdom.
Yeah, because your spellcasting's wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Yeah, so that succeeds, and as you feel the energy exuberate from you, and you read this scroll aloud, and it begins to fizzle up and burn away in your hands. You target your father.
Mm-hmm.
What are your 24 words?
Hi, Dad. It's Maeve. Where are you? Where is Mum? I'm in the Iron Vortex. I
That
miss
it?
you. That's it.
Okay. Okay. You release the spell, and the magic shoots off into the sky. And you nervously wait. And then you hear... Maeve? How? What's the Iron Vortex? Can you see me? I miss you too. And it cuts off.
He's alive. He's alive, Shion. He's alive.
It worked! I'm so happy for you.
Okay.
I
I
knew
know
it was-
nothing, but he's alive.
I know it was better use in your hands than mine.
Look, I know I have. Okay, no, I know that he's alive, and that's the most important thing. But I still don't know where he is or where my mom is. But it's a good
Doesn't
start.
matter. It's a start, right?
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you. Why am I not smart enough to think of these things? Like I could have done this so long ago. When did you get your first one?
I don't know. But-
Okay,
He's alive.
he is alive.
Now we only need to find him.
Maybe we can buy all of the sending scrolls at the next place.
I couldn't agree more.
Mhm.
And hopefully they will work then. I just realized I'm really not good at them.
I'll be there to help.
Thank you.
Okay.
And you, I assume you then go back downstairs, the pair of you, and you begin studying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
okay.
have the recipe.
Yes. Yeah. You got the recipe to finish. How many hours do you have left?
I think it's 6 because I think I did 12 last
You
time.
did 12. Yes, you did. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so 6 hours. I would say at this point, it's probably been like an hour since you guys have been up there. So we'll say it's like 7, 8-ish. So 6 hours. It's getting on a bit. It's going to be a late one, but you could probably squeeze it in. You should be all right.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything, or are you guys going to bed?
Can I, since it's been an hour, can I
Yeah.
try something? I'm gonna take the dagger that I just was holding with my glove. I'm gonna
Yep.
chuck it at a wall. Just chuck it.
And let it in bed?
I mean, if that's how it lands, sure. But I mean, if
Are you throwing the dagger with the intent for it to stick into the wall?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
I'm just gonna throw it.
So you throw the dagger.
Yeah.
I will say you throw it towards a wooden wall so it
Yep.
sticks.
Mhm.
And like it sticks in, it does like the vibrating thing where it like wiggles back and forth. And
Okay.
you and Arcturus are both just sat there. Arcturus is like, what the? Galoin's in there with you as I like,
I'm gonna try to return it.
And as you return it, and you're watching the dagger, it just disappears into dust. And you look at your hand, and you've realized your hand that was once open is now clutched around a dagger.
works. It's an actual thing. This thing actually does that. You see that? I have a magic trick.
So you do. So it means you are decent at magic.
I'm a little bit of a. Listen. I always thought I had like when I catch that fireball, I always knew I could be a magician. I might be a better one at
There's
this
a
point.
pristine difference between a magician and someone who casts magic. Not here for the tricks with fireballs and disappearing knives. Okay?
I can go invisible. So what's the difference?
That's actual magic.
Exactly. So what you're
But
saying
letting
is
your
I'm a
knife
magician.
disappear- Ah. And I take another sip because I can't take this.
And then when you're finished with the with your sip, Galoin takes the bottle and he has a sip as well. He's just like shaking his head.
Guloin, what do you make of this?
Well, magicians pull like a rabbit out of a hat. They don't make a dagger turn to dust and reappear in the hand. That's like cool.
Yeah. See, thank you, Galoin. Thank you. Cheers, Galoin. Cheers.
If we ever find another glove, I think I'm gonna try and buy it. I've got so much money.
There you go, Galoin. We could be throwing knives, buddies. I have a lot of extra knives on me. I carry a shit ton of daggers. I can
What
just
if
hand you
I,
one.
what if I had made my glove go to a platinum piece, and then I buy stuff, and then I make the platinum piece come back to me?
That is like big brain, but wouldn't that's like theft, and that's
Yeah,
like
but only do it to
bad.
places that are like, dicks.
Yeah, but isn't that still? I don't know about that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, well, no, that'd be cool. Actually, I agree with that. I can help you out. I can help you out.
Like Kingsley Taff.
Right.
You give him like a big ruby, and you're like, here's a big ruby, and then he's like all
Yeah.
happy, and then you're like, later, bitch, and you just like get it back to you,
literally
know?
just dupe them out. You just
Yep.
you trick
Uh-huh.
them. That's crazy.
So let's put that to the test.
Okay.
I take a bottle. I'm putting it in the window. I walk back to the seat. Andros. Summon the bottle.
Listen, do you not understand the point of having the glove is to be able to do that trick? It's not me. I'm not like. Okay, I see what you're trying to get at. Smart ass. I'm gonna take the rest of my bottle and I'm just gonna start walking upstairs in defeat.
I'm very confused. But if he's... Oh, he took it. Damn it. Well, Arcturus, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I can see your lips moving, but no words. There we go.
We should. It's the alcohol talking. We should. It's a big day tomorrow.
And we need to make sure we pack plenty of food, because who knows how long we're going to be out for.
Would Petunia have some?
Oh, we could get her to prepare some.
Also raid her closets.
That's on your head. Go for it. I'm not risking that.
Well, given the fact how she did stuff to Andros, I'll pass.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, night, Arcturus.
Good night, Glenn.
And Galoin goes up. Aha, did you want to do something?
Well, I was just wondering, so how long would I be out? Like,
Just
Will
like
I
an
be
hour or
back?
so. Yeah. I'll say by the time you get back, it's probably like 8 p.m.
okay.
So, yeah, you've got a few hours.
So I guess I would. So I got the Phantom Steed, right? Did they have the water breathing in stock as well?
Yes, yeah, they're the two that they had.
Okay. Oh, they're both third level.
They are third level.
That's gonna take a while.
It definitely
Can
does.
I do those things in stages?
No. You have to do the whole scroll in one sitting.
Nah, I guess we'll just for starters we'll do with comprehend languages. That's a level 1, right? So
Yeah, which I
need
believe
2 hours for
takes
that.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you are to copy them over from a spell scroll into your book,
Yeah.
it does require a check.
Yeah.
And it is your spellcasting, which is charisma.
Yeah. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
What's
because
the
you're a
check?
sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's charisma.
Just charisma. Flat.
Oh, wait, is it for...
Or was it Arcana?
Yes, it's Arcana because it's your wizard spells for
It's the
your...
ritual caster wizard stuff.
It's the wizard feat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's your intelligence, so it's Arcana. Yeah, that is correct.
So do I roll Arcana or intelligence?
Yes, roll an Arcana check.
16.
16, perfect. You only need an 11, so that's absolutely fine. For the first 2 hours, you learn comprehend languages, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I spent 50 gold, right?
Yes, that's in the resources to do so. Yes, that's
Of,
the
like,
50 gold
ink
on
and
top.
whatever again.
Yeah,
Right.
the magical... Well, did you buy magical ink?
Oh, god damn.
Because you should have an amount that you have there for it. I think you did buy some a little while ago.
Well, a long while ago, I don't think I bought, like, multitudes, is it?
We will say that you have enough for this one spell for sure. Because I know that you
Yeah.
did buy some a while ago.
Yeah, I bought some in Sardonis,
Yeah, you did.
I believe. So,
Okay.
I guess
Did you want to do another or not?
No, we'll just spend those 2 hours and then...
Yeah, not a problem. So
Cool.
yeah, till 10 p.m. and then I assume you go to sleep.
Yes.
Brilliant. Anything else anyone doing the evening, or are we all good to go to sleep? No?
Studying.
Okay, not a problem. So no one spends the night with the orb. Very well. So as you all go to sleep and you guys rest, you lay your heads down in your beds and you sleep for the evening. The morning slowly comes around. No dreams, no visions, no visits from a crazy lady from a land of blood and sand. And yeah, all of you wake up the next morning. And this morning, you hear the pitter-pattering of rain outside. As the very subtle, it's not too heavy, but it's just pitter-pattering outside comes to. And as you begin to hear this and you all slowly awake from your mornings, you all descend down the stairs into the main foyer. Breakfast is prepared, as Petunia has set out breads, eggs, sausages, and a few other little bits for you all. The morning is yours.
I wake up
Yep.
and I'll just go downstairs, meet Petunia. Petunia, darling, thank you so much for the breakfast.
Oh, that's okay.
If it's not a rude question to ask,
Yes.
would you stock us up with rations? Because we are heading out on a big travel today.
I can pack some foods for your travels, yes.
It would be most wonderful.
Very well. And she gets to it, and she goes off to the kitchen and starts preparing some form of foods for you to build up some small amounts of rations for your travels. And yeah, you sit down, you start chowing down on some yummy breakfast. And I assume all of you start coming down?
I sort of waddle downstairs because I've tried on my new fur-lined armor, even though it's technically still the middle of summer. But I'm like, yeah, let's try it. So I'm like,
yeah, and it's definitely something you're not used to, and I think like the bits of fur that slightly stick out and like brush your skin in places, you're just like like it just like tickles. It's that itchy feeling. And yeah, you come down. Galoin like looks at you with like a quizzical look because he's never seen you wear anything like this before.
what? I heard it's cold where we're going.
I don't think it's that cold, Shion.
It's
I
not.
think the next place, no, one of the places is.
Oh well, fuck that then, and I'll just immediately
Waddles back
rush
up.
back upstairs
Yeah.
to go
I'll
where
say when Shion's walking back upstairs, that's when I'm like initially like leaving my room because I slept in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll just look at Shion as she like waddles past and just kind of laugh to myself. Hey, princess, I think you chosen the wrong wardrobe today. It's in the middle of summer. Make sure you change. Or did your dad dress you growing up, or what?
Oh. I pretend I'm already halfway, like I'm probably already halfway up the stairs by now, and I just look around and I'm like, no, darling, I can dress myself just fine, but you know, I need to learn to be able to deal with this sometime. If we really are going to fight sea serpents, I want to take some more hits than 3.
Right. I was trying to be mean, but I failed. Anywho, have a great time changing. I'm gonna walk away before it gets any weirder. Gonna walk downstairs.
Yeah, and after I'd say like an hour, you all eat some food. Maeve, you complete the recipe. You have now learnt the recipe. And if you wish to make any further, you make one potion of it during the learning of the recipe as well. You do actually make one, so you actually finish one.
One greater healing.
Yes, you make one greater healing in your experimentation process.
What? Okay, I'll figure that out after.
Yeah, not a problem. And as you are all coming down together, you hear a knock at the door. And as Petunia's like, I'll get it, and she like slowly starts moving from the kitchen over to the door. Takes like 40 seconds for her to finally get there. She's like, yes! And as she opens the door, you see a Tri-Spire mage, as well as Eliash, as the two of them are stood at the door. The Tri-Spire mage, you can see, has what appears to be a piece of red material over what looks like a longer sort of item. And you can also see that he has a small satchel with a few scrolls sticking out of it. And as he walks in, he places the material on the table, and as he unravels it, you see White Tusk. But White Tusk looks a little bit different. The tusk is still attached to the bottom of it with the hilt, but the blade itself, there are now runes carved into, very finely carved along the blade, and there is now an additional hilt, like a wiry silver with like a blue thread going round the hilt, and it's been attached to the top where the blade meets. And as he unravels this, he presents it to you, Andros.
I'm gonna
I believe
it.
this is your blade. It has been enchanted as you wished with the element of lightning.
Thank you. Yeah. And I'll just grab it, and I'll just kind of like, I'll hold it, make sure it feels good, make sure it feels comfy again. That doesn't feel any weird or whatnot. And I'll kind of like step off to the side. I'll do a little bit of a, playing around with it to make sure it actually feels good, and then I'll put it back in the hilt.
Yeah, and as you pick it up and go to walk off, he says, to ignite the blade, you must give it a command word. And upon saying that word, your blade will electrify.
Do you know what the command word is?
That is down to you.
I gotta make up a command word? Oh, I gotta make it cool!
Oh, and Erhard, and he walks over to you, Erhard. Here are the scrolls that you commissioned. Here is the detect magic and alarm scrolls.
Thank you so much. That's going to be very useful.
Well, I bid you farewell and good luck on your journeys and travels. If you need anything from the Tri-Spire, please do return or get in contact with us. I bid you farewell. And he walks out as Eliash steps to one side, nods to him, and the door shuts behind him. And then Petunia's like, are you staying for breakfast, dear? And Eliash smiles and looks down towards her. I will not require a meal, thank you. And she walks over to the table, takes a seat. And she looks at you all, as Andros, you then return with the blade then sheathed. And as you all sit down, well, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eliash.
Are you all prepared and ready to go?
Well, not anymore.
You mean
I
what,
gotta
not
think
anymore?
of. I gotta think of a cool word. You imagine going into a fight and me saying some dumb word? Like, imagine. God.
Well, you better think of one fast. We wouldn't want any more if buts or maybes along the way, would we?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, other than Andros, are the rest of you ready?
We are.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And you're
think we are.
still all happy to go to Craddock?
Seems like the best thing to do.
As long as
Well-
there's dragons and Craddock.
I wasn't able to get one of those hand mirrors. Unfortunately, Vagnash has given the remaining ones out to his disciples. But I have a personal line. I think some of you are familiar with the spell Sending.
Don't tell me about it.
She pulls out a small rock, and on the rock there is like the shape of an ear, and she places it down on the table. This here is paired to the one that I possess. If you need to speak to me, you will be allowed 24 words per day. You may communicate with me, tell me your location, or tell me that you are coming to me, or anything else, and I will be able to respond once per day with you. If you get in contact with me, I do have the capabilities of casting Sending myself. So, we could speak more once you have made a connection.
Do we need to cast it?
You do not. You just speak into the rock.
You're saying I can.
It is a
Nice.
direct line to me. I have the pair.
Can I have dibs on talking to the powerful mage?
I would advise Andros is not the one that speaks to me.
Thank
What
you.
the-
As you
hell is
are
this?
allowed limited words.
You don't think I can speak correctly into the rock?
Keon, please take it.
I would give
No,
it to
mate.
Shion or Arcturus personally.
What is this? I think this is
No offense.
No, you
Give-
have something against Roxas, don't you?
Give it to Maeve, darling. She's more talented with it than I am, unfortunately.
Very well. And she passes you this rock, and yeah, you can see it's like a stone, and there are like cracks in the stone, and beneath it you can see like this red sort of material, but it's like quite pretty, but it seems to be some sort of like arcanic jewel of some sort. And yeah, carved into the top is the shape of an ear.
Okay, you guys realize giving me all the cool stuff is dangerous, right? Because what if I go down?
Then we'll loot your pack.
Yeah, I hope you do. If I don't fall into a puddle of lava.
We can fit it in the bag.
We can sort those things out. Speaking of the bag, I was actually wondering, is there anything on the wagon we need to take, because that's staying here.
I got nothing in the wagon.
I think that I saw some boots of climbing at some point. I don't know if that's helpful.
Boots of climbing. Does someone need to climb?
Contessa's.
Yeah, Contessa used to have that.
Who's the person that we might need to climb quite a bit?
Maybe you want to
You'd be
climb
the
the
hardest
tower or
one to
something.
climb.
I can, I'll take the boots. I'll wear them. Why not? You know what I mean? Because that way, right? If you think about it, I'm pretty, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm also pretty acrobatic. I think I can use those boots of climbing pretty well.
How is it that the boots fit everyone? That doesn't make sense.
Wait, do they fit me?
I would assume they're magical, dear. If they are, then they will resize based on the wearer.
So it's like the glove.
Ah.
Well,
Yes.
as of yesterday, Andros is pretty proficient in magic anyway, so it'll fit. I wink.
Lovely.
I like flip a bird at him.
Cool stuff. Why would do that? Just no, never mind. Doesn't matter. We'll talk about it later.
Very well.
Um,
So do you have everything you need? Because we won't be here for a while.
Yeah, let me go grab the boots of climbing real quick out of the wagon, and then I'll be right back. Yeah.
I'll do the same, but I seem to recall that Maeve at one point got a nice little rod out of her bosom and is like, hey, I can try that.
Go
So
for the immovable rod.
I'll go for the immovable rod.
Okay, nice. I will
Um,
add them to your sheet, and I will delete them off of the wagon.
Where is it at?
You want to
Can I
take
just-
the battle axe, Maeve?
Can I just drag into my sheet?
no, I did swap out the shield. I have Dwallet and shield now.
Okay.
I should, yeah, I'll sort it out in break. But yeah, I did that at some point.
Cool.
I would also say Maeve would try and get Socks to go into the ring at this point. She wouldn't want him to travel loose.
Very clever. Okay, yeah. So I assume you spent some time to attune to the ring. Oh wait,
Yeah, I
actually,
would have worn. No, I don't think it needs attuning.
I don't think it is attunement. No, I don't think it is.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So you place the ring on, and it's what it looks like is the ring is made of like twigs that bend round the finger, and as you put it on, it expands so it fits your finger, and then it tightens when it gets on. And on top of it, it's like a very small glass dome. And when you look into it, it's just pitch black. You can't see into it, but you can see that it's like a misty glass dome. And as you place it down, and you ask Socks, and what do you say to Socks as you like concentrate on this ring? And he's just like there with like a bundle of leaves.
Yeah, in Sylvan. Like, hey, Socks, little buddy. You gotta trust me on this. This your home on wheels, but it's on my hands. You need to go in here. You can still see us. It's okay.
And
It'll
as
be
you
safe.
say, hey buddy, he like immediately like looks in your direction, like hearing your voice. And he just lets out like a little like sort of noise as like you're speaking to him. And he stands up with these leaves and he just starts walking towards you. And then as you say, trust me on this, you use the magic.
Mm-hmm.
And the mist vanishes and it starts to like swirl and then dissipates. And then as it does, Socks vanishes in front of you with some leaves that just drift and land on the floor. And as you look into the ring, you can see a very, very small, tiny miniature Socks within this ring. And in his perspective, he has like a large 20-foot area full of like trees and leaves and bushes, a little pond, and then a little place for him to rest. And he's just there, just like looking around, runs over to some leaves, eats them, and is like, and then just keeps eating, goes over to the pond, like sticks his head in it. Like he's just like enjoying his little space.
Okay. I just have a sigh of relief, essentially, that it worked and he looks happy.
And every now and then you just see him like looking up at the dome, and you assume he's just like watching you guys for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any last minute prep?
Quick question. So those boots, did you already take them off the wagon?
Yep.
Okay, so I just straight up add them.
Just drag them over from the compendium. I can do it in the break if need be.
Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it.
Okay.
Um,
Right. Well, if that's no,
I wanted to do something shortly.
what would you like to do?
I would like to take a like. I assume we have a fireplace in the
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. In the main chamber,
Um,
in the lounge. Yeah.
So I will just take a pinch of salt and soot and cast comprehend languages
Okay.
with the ritual.
As a
I mean,
ritual, so
not
10
cast.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a problem. Yeah. You take 10 minutes to cast the spell, and yeah, the spell becomes active.
And I guess I just want to go over to Arcturus and be like, can you say something to me in Draconic?
I look very confused and I'll ask him why.
I want to try if my new spell works.
I say, why would you like to try that? But instead, if it's going, it's in Draconic.
Yeah, and you understand him.
That's cool.
And I speak back in common. What's cool?
I understand that.
So how long does it last?
I think an hour. So yeah, for an hour I can read and understand languages.
Oh,
But I don't think I
So-
can speak it. I can really just understand.
So does that mean now between the two of you, you can pretty much commune with anything you meet that speaks a language?
I can't commute with them, but I can understand them.
Oh. Because doesn't Arcturus, you have that earring, right?
I do. I have not
Yeah, so-
used it yet. But
Between the two of you, you can listen in on any conversation. That's really cool.
technically we can. Yes. No more eavesdropping. Well, we can. We are the ones who are eavesdropping.
We are eavesdropping.
Yeah. So I could call you and he says in halfling, turd. You Arcturus. And then he waits to see if any response is made.
And I
The
frown.
lion.
I frown like. But that's the game we're gonna play, Gloin.
I don't know if you understood what I said or not.
I just smile and I wink and I walk away.
I'll just tell Galoin, I don't think you would say those kind of words.
I just called him a turd.
But I heard.
As
Yeah,
did
you're
I.
right. Oh, he did know. And he starts like packing his things and getting ready. As Eliash, well, I would suggest we do this outside. Would you mind if we used your garden?
Or
Sure. I mean, why
Go
not?
for it, yeah.
YOLO.
And as she goes outside, she begins pulling out these pouches, and there's 5 different pouches, and you can see there's like crushed crystals and like dust of various different things, and some chalks. And she uses she pushes her hands out, and as she does, a wave of like air comes from her, and it like brushes some gravel to the side to see the stone underneath your courtyard. And she begins tracing this circle in your courtyard and making various arcanic symbols and spreading dust in different areas. And after about 10 minutes of her preparing this in the garden, she then asks you all to step around and step outside. And as you do, you see once again a very similar red crystal that you once saw in the barn of one of the Sardonis barns when you teleported out. And she places it in the middle, and it begins to spin rapidly. And as it does, it grows and grows and grows until it makes a red archway. And as you look towards it, the archway shimmers until you see what looks to be like the inside of someone's bedroom. I suggest you go through. I'll follow you.
You want us to go first?
Yes, because if I'm the last person, just go, Andros.
we'll go.
I'll go in first. I'll go in first.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go for. I'll
you
go
go.
first.
Everyone go.
Oh, good.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Galoin runs in at the end, and then Eliash runs in after. And as you all run in and stumble in, some of you like go to stop as you walk in, and then someone else hits into the back of you, and like you all like stumble forward, and then you just hear Eliash step through, and then the gateway stops. And as you all blink to look at your surroundings, that's why we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick 5 or so minute break. I need to get like some medicine because my cough's getting worse. But yeah, we are going to take a quick 5-ish minute break, and we'll be back. Grab some snacks, grab that good stuff, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. See you in a minute. Bye.
Yeah.
That are here. So for now, we end combat.
Wait, what?
Swarm is also dead.
What about the swarm?
Is
Oh.
it swarm?
Wait there. Oh, it's
Good job,
rid of them all. No! Wait, can I bring them back? Oh, I completely forgot about the swarm. Okay, I think next up was
Me.
Alfred. Yes, it was Alfred. Alfred, yeah, you're up. I completely forgot about the swarm.
Sorry.
I kind of like quickly motion her to put those down. And I look at the man,
looks back at you like, the fuck?
I look at the orc man. I'm like, she's new around here. She doesn't know what that means. We're gonna go. Your problem was with me, not her, by the way. So how about you don't bring her involved? And I kind of scurry her along. I scurry her out. Like,
He looks very confused. But yeah,
And I just sort of walk off and I'm like, new greeting.
And as you guys get outside, you just continue to talk things over, and maybe Erhard just briefly mentions the transition of bringing Olaf back and what he does, and he doesn't necessarily tell you what you should be doing, but he gives you the information that Erhard knows as to create his own familiar, and the pair of you just sit there quietly talking amongst each other. Shion, is there anything you're doing?
Firstly, I'm gonna walk over to Ondros.
2 books I think were pretty good, and then afterwards I kind of heard that they like rushed the author.
Oh no! We have! Oh no! Yay! Our first one! Our first one! Finally! Do you want to be famous?
Yes! You'll never be famous.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I didn't like the last couple books out of the Aragon one.
Nature, yes?
It has a magical nature of it, yes.
Oh, wait. Let me just, cat, shut up. There we go.
Also, do you have some animals like rocking around here?
Yes, my cat, Mittens. It's just over there. He's playing with his favorite toy.
Oh, bless you, cat.
He's lovely. Oh, he answered.
It's a very responsive cat.
Yes, tell me about it. But yes, follow me to the arcade section. Like I said, there's a limited Mittens. Come along then, and he leads you to the arcade library. In this public library, there is only a small section because.
John, I'm over this. We're direwolfing this shit.
Okay.
And I still have movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There.
Do you want me to drag it in for you?
Yeah. I'll put myself away. But or do I need to stay there so I can see?
Rawr. There you go.
Yeah, I'll have to put it on top, maybe like that.
Because I can't see with the direwolf, no?
No. Hang on.
Let me.
And before I stand up, Melody is clearly humming in herself, like, woodworking, let's get coal miners, let's make not a misery, nobody gets hurt. oh wait, I'm coming.
And we can kill him forever. If we can plan this right.
Yeah.
And I have to stone.
You already took his side, or what was it? What did you decide to be like? You know what? Maybe Andros has a plan here. You was on his side before he walked over to you and started talking to you. You already bowed out. You already bowed out to him before.
No, you. This is where your child brain takes over your little peanut brain. Don Ross, listen to me, right? You've been on this earth longer than me, but you don't understand shit. Listen. You need to listen. You need to figure out what the hell is going on before you draw your conclusions or your bow. Okay? So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Shit that's happening to these people, and we just let them walk out free.
We're not the cause of this.
Continue to do bad shit.
Right. Is there your little special place? If you know what I mean.
Wow.
Okay,
back to character. Special place, and I see Maeve do this. Okay.
Maeve with them boobaloobaloobies. Okay.
You can go this one, yeah, that'll be fine. Because if you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah, that's actually just bang on.
Yeah, all right. I'll move there.
Okay,
I'll just, I don't know,
check the surroundings, or like just I'm aware of something more.
Yeah, you can hear more and more stuff coming from this way.
Good. Yes. I guess.
At the end of that, Melody.
Yes. Oh, I'm so honestly, this is just Lan speaking. I'm so nervous. I've been fucking nervous all week for this. Why? For fuck's sake!
As you cast the spell, it burns. It burns before you. The scroll
Sorry, what
burns,
was that?
The scroll burns before you in a blue flame and dissipates.
Somebody clip that.
Up the carpets.
Sure, as there are people eating in the cafeteria, and you just start pulling all the carpets up, and they're like, wow, 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 wow. As like you just start pulling them, and they're like falling over, and food's going everywhere.
Wow, 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 wow. I like that. I'm gonna write that in my new song.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can come as a guest.
Oh, well, good for you. This my sack.
And he moves his cloak, and you just see a dagger handle. And he just looks at you, and he's like, "You want sack?"
Here's it up, darling.
I kill monster, remember? Or Grognak no silly, or Grognak most intelligent.
So do you really have family that lived here?
No. And he like looks at everyone. He's like, "No."
Well, thank you for that.
I'm gonna look at the other two.
Bud and Dud's Christmas edition song comes across the radio.
Or that's
Clap your hands, y'all! Clap your hands, y'all! It's Bud and Dud! We're here to stay! Yeah! Oh! Make the music slide! Yeah!
Private sunset in the
Oh! Yeah! Bud and Dud!
Jingle those bells! Jingle those bells!
Woo!
Ross?
Yes, when you need, babe.
Have you seen socks? I can't find them anywhere.
Oh my god, if you gave me some Starbucks, maybe I'll tell you his size is.
Well, what's a Starbucks?
Oh my god, you don't know what Starbucks is? This girl's from Wacky Town. Oh my god, like, I'm listen. Starbucks is like the best thing ever created. Like, oh my god, back in my tribe, we had so much Starbucks. Starbucks every fucking day. So tell me, listen, lady, just listen. If you give me some Starbucks, you know where the towns are. Just give me some Starbucks, and I will give you socks.
What do you mean you'll give me socks, Don Ross? What are you on about?
Listen, I might know where Socks is, but because me and Socks were having my last cup of Starbucks. Oh my god! And let me tell you something. If you just give me some Starbucks, some more, I will give you socks.
This man has just cast Sending right in front of you to Tordust.
So he literally cast the spell
Yeah.
that I wanted to do.
He cast the spell to Mr. Dust, yeah.
Darling, could you not just teach me straight away?
Oh, you see, it's a rather hard spell to grasp. It's one of the more difficult ones to learn. It's not one of the lower powered spells that you're probably used to. It's a little bit it's a bit of a higher casting. You see, it's almost at my limit, in all fairness. And I'm a Valkyrie.
Like a second vein pops in her forehead now.
How many inches high would you like it?
That's an interesting question. Not too high. Hey, we don't want to stand out on a certain names day, but around what's normal?
Would a top hat such as this suffice?
That would be very much suffice, yes. Could I see it on you, my good sir, just to have a view on how it looks?
I'm a little tall, but I think that should do.
Yes, that's absolutely splendid, my good sir.
I will dip in the jar and just put it down for him to eat from.
Yeah, he starts eating it. Erhard, can you roll me 2d6, please?
Me? Sure.
Yep.
What have you done?
The frog dies.
Whoops.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, don't eat it. Whoops. I liked it.
We got a performance.
Ashriel.
The way that you say that, it almost sounds like you're calling me an asshole.
What's an asshole?
I approve.
It's Ashriel.
Ash sounds fine.
Think of L'Oreal, but Ash at the beginning.
Maybe it's because you're worth it.
Well, I am.
I'm sorry.
Ashriel, I believe
yes,
the gnolls and the villagers can cook.
Right. Is there your little special place? If you know what I mean.
Wow.
Okay,
back to character. Special place, and I see Maeve do this. Okay.
Maeve with them boobaloobaloobies. Okay.
So do you really have family that lived here?
No. Hello, and welcome back. Tell us what snacks you got. Tell us what drinks you got. I'm still drinking strawberry flavored water, and I just had a Strepsil to help my throat, which isn't really a snack, but yeah. What did you guys get?
Did you
I still have my water.
Did you at least get the honey flavored, the honey and lemon?
I don't like the honey ones. I like the blackcurrant.
Blackcurrant is good.
That was good.
It's Danish lemonade. I don't know.
Blurry Danish lemonade.
Blurry lemonade.
Could be anything.
You just have some
I'm
soda,
flavoring.
some water, nothing special.
Nice. Okay. Anyone in chat got anything nice today? Ginger peach sparkling water. Actually sounds kind of nice.
Sparkling water?
Chocolate snacks. Nice. Cool. Right, well, let's carry on. As I pull up my notes so I know where we are. What you guys do notice, as you all step through the portal, and let's put some different music on here for a second. As you all step through the portal, and the shimmering red translucent energy dissipates behind you, you all find yourself stood in a circular chamber. You look around, and you see this appears to be a bedroom of sorts. Maybe a study. A place that someone used to live in. You look around and see a four-poster bed. You see various chests of drawers, bookcases, a large circular rug, very fine materials, bright reds, blues, whites. You see on the wall a large mirror, which is cracked, as well as what looks to be like some form of alchemy stand or herbalist station, vials, and a basin of water. You also see two large glass doors that lead to a balcony. And as some of you peer outside, you see that the rain is coming down a little heavier now than where you were once before. Looking out, you see a lot of ocean. And as you look, you see that the ocean spreads for miles. you see a couple of seagulls land on the balcony for some shelter. And off in the distance, you can see, very far away, what looks to be like a tiny little ship. Eliash turns to you all as the portal vanishes. Well, we appear to have made it to our destination. I will just inform them of our arrival.
Didn't think you were taking us on vacation. I thought you would at least ask or buy me a drink first.
Right. We are in the Ravenson's Tower. I would be very respectful of this room, as this once belonged to Killiker Ravenson.
Okay.
Who's that?
Who is that, did you say?
Yeah.
Have you not heard of his great deeds?
No, I'm not from
Can
here.
I try and recall if I read somewhere?
Sure.
A side note? I don't know.
You've travelled Craddock before, right? I think you said that you have travelled with the circus at some point?
Yeah, we
In
traveled.
the north part,
Yeah.
away from the capital, yeah. Okay, yeah. Roll me a history check then. I'll allow you to roll me one.
Just give me disadvantage.
No, I'll give you a flat roll. It's all good.
Whatever. 12.
You recall the name. He was some famed healer of sorts. You know, many years ago, Craddock suffered with famine and plague, and he was like a plague doctor. He was someone that went to cities and towns and cured them of these ailments. And as you start to remember pieces, you know him to be a very famous herbalist, an alchemist. He was known for doing great things, and in Craddock specifically, he healed and saved probably thousands of lives.
Well, yeah, I guess I recall he made a lot of like healings, potions, stuff like that.
Yes, probably near on 700 years ago now. This man was incredible. He truly brought a new age to medicine in Craddock. And since then, his name has been remembered. And this tower, once his home, was remade to be in the image that it once stood. He passed away due to an attack, and many people that sought his aid wished to remember him, and hence why Ravenson's Tower reopened as a tower of healing, a tower of the apothecary. Many of the scholars here study his works and try to bring about a better future with his teachings. If you wouldn't mind, I just need a moment to inform them of our arrival.
Take your time.
And she steps off to the side, and you see her just like take a moment as she like traces her fingers, and you see some magic appear, and she's like casting sending and communicating with someone.
I very quickly in my head just strike a joke to the Katha. Looks like you have a rival there.
What do you mean, Andros?
Not you, Grandma. It's not you. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
She's listening. I know she is.
Right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she listens all of the time?
100%. This lady's weird.
Wouldn't she have just heard that?
Yeah, and I'm okay with it. I mean, she's, I'm weird. She's weird. I mean, heck, these people are weird. I mean, we're all weird.
Well, if she can hear me, she shouldn't be eavesdropping on mine and my grandson's conversations.
Grandma, just put a... Go.
If I see her, I will clip her behind the ear.
Right, great. She's offering me a lot of power, and we could use that. I mean, if you hear what we're about to do, we're potentially going to go fight a god later. Maybe she can, maybe give me something.
Fighting a god?
Maybe. I don't know. We're going to go turn in some fucking orb, and that's about to cause some problems.
What, today?
Not today, no. But
you said later.
Yeah, later, as in later. But more as like yeah, the more I, fight and the more I, give her whatever the fuck she's looking for, the more power she's offering me. So if we fight this god, maybe, I can be a little helpful to them. To at least these, the other two. That's why I can't get rid of the scarab. That's why we need it.
Andros, just be careful, okay?
Listen, I've done being careful.
Sometimes creepy ladies that listen to your every conversation are not to be trusted.
If that was the case, I would have not had you around for a long time.
I am not a creepy lady, Andros.
Listen, you're in my
head. You should
head.
respect your elders.
Oh my gosh, I will switch you
You
out.
remember the time, and she just starts to waffle on about some time years ago when she like dragged you out of a bush that you'd fell down a hill in, and she like helped you out, picked all the thorns out of your back, and she just starts going on a tangent.
I look like I'm getting a headache, so I'm just gonna look out the window and just like kind of like rub my head a bit. Like I'm just getting a mad headache now already.
Yeah. She's just giving you a grilling because you chatted back to her, so she's just she's going off on one. The rest of you, any of you doing anything while stood in this room, or are you just waiting for Eliash?
I'm pretty intrigued by the alchemy equipment. So I wanna like walk past and some investigation on it.
Yeah, go for it. And as you head on over, I won't make you make a check, but as you head on over, you start to look at some of these tools, and these tools are old. You have, like, the metal implements that you would use for your alchemy. These are, like, wooden and, like, rusted metal. And clearly these are tools that were used years and years ago. But they've tried to replicate what he maybe would have had. And as, you're looking around, you can see that none of these tools have actually been used. It's clear that this is just for display.
Fascinating. Yeah, fascinating.
And Eliash turns around. Did you want to do something?
Well, I had like similar thoughts to what Arcturus was doing, like looking around, but more in the sense of like maybe there's any books left or something that might have information. Like,
what
in the sense of like recipes, whatever. Like
Yeah,
if he's so renowned and whatever.
Yeah, I won't make you roll anything for it, but you do go over to a bookcase, and you can see there are a load of books on these shelves. And all of the authors are from Kilika Ravenson. These are his books. They seem to have placed his works within this chamber, at least his published works. And as you pull one out, and you just take a quick look, and it looks like a beginner's guide to herbalism. And you find another one which like starts to list like different weeds that you can use in potion making and that sort of thing. And it's just like tutorials and guides of what things you can use and what things you can't. And some of them are like region specific. So the one that you picked up is like a Craddock one, which like shows you like locations of where certain weeds grow. It just seems like a very informative guide for it.
I guess as I'm reading it, I will just kind of call over to Maeve, like, like this could be interesting for your herbalism pickup stuff.
You think I can just take that?
Well, I don't think like just taking it, no, like, but to find out maybe we can get like a copy somewhere or something. Like it seems very helpful, especially for starting out.
It seems helpful. I don't even dare ask if this is some 700-year-old scroll.
Yeah, of course not this specific one. Like, I'm sure they have other published works, maybe somewhere, somehow.
They should, right? If this, you can't be the first person to think of copying the scrolls. There's probably work downstairs.
Yeah, like I'm sure if he's so renowned and whatever, like he probably has. They copied some of the books and stuff.
It could be worth it, but I can't be spending the money on it anymore. nor do I have the brain capacity to go and study anymore. I have another one to study before I can do another one.
Well, it's not necessarily just studying. It's more like maybe a hand guide, like how to also find more stuff, and like it talks about
Like an
where
ingredient.
locations for her ingredients and stuff. Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, Eliash like turns. Ahad, I'd put that book back.
Sorry.
Well. They have been informed of our presence. They ask that we return to the second floor. So if you would accompany me. And she walks up to a door. And as she opens the door, you see on the outside of this room, there is a stairwell that goes down. And you go down 1 floor. 2 floors. 3 floors. And then as you open through, you see what looks to be like a high-ceilinged chamber with various shelves full of all sorts of weeds, herbs, mushrooms, and petals, filled to the brim with resources which you would assume would be used in healing and curing ailments and disease. You can see throughout there are jars that look very old labels stuck to them. And in this chamber, you can see around about 12 green-robed individuals packing up these materials and putting them into bundles. You can see them filling vials up and preparing some form of herbalism kits and potions. And as you walk on in, there is a gentleman, a long bushy grey beard with this green cloak and green robe with like a golden trim. And as he walks on up, he's like,
"Ah, Lady Eliash, it has been some time since we have seen you. How, hello there. Who might you be?"
Iron Vortex.
That's an unusual name. And the rest of you?
No, we are.
Ah,
a
sorry.
group
Well,
name.
yes. Eliash informed me that there were guests. I didn't realize you were all one. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Eliash, may I ask why you have brought your friends here?
well, as you may know, I have an appointment here this evening, and these individuals here are planning to travel to the capital. I thought I'd bring them here, and they could use the Griffin's post.
Ah, by all means. Well, if you'd like to follow me to the first floor, by all means, come with me.
And he leads you to another doorway, and he gets this big ring of keys out, and he unlocks a door, unlocks like the lock on the door, opens it, go, and like ushers you towards like a spiral staircase down. And as you start to come down, now you start to see a very large open area with pillars holding up this the roof of this chamber. And in here, you can see that there are like 5 or 6 brass and copper braziers with fires underneath, all bubbling with various concoctions. And one half of the room is full again of these green-robed individuals concocting potions and brewing and cooking stuff. The other half of the room, you can see, looks to be more like a shop. There are shelves lining the walls, various materials and resources. There are satchels and bags hanging from hooks on the ceiling. And you can see there are vials on shelves behind a counter. And behind the counter, you can see a very large, rotund gentleman. Furbolg with cow-like ears, with hair like just sticking around them. Big red nose and this like bluey brown sort of skin with like fur covering him. And he's just sat there with this very small looking green apron on him. Doesn't look like it fits his size. Maybe it would fit like a human. And as he sits there, he just seems to be dealing with customers. What are you all doing?
I'm getting a bit homesick for some reason, because this does remind me of that one person I tried to contact the night before, but failed to do so, and I kind of nudged me, like, remember the person I tried to contact last night but failed. She was She was guildmaster of a place very similar to this. I don't know, I feel kind of at home here.
She poison, right?
Yes, well, don't mention that in her face.
Okay, noted.
For those who do not know her as I do, she is just a regular healer. I wonder if they have a secret basement here too.
As you two say this, the gentleman turns around and says, "Well, if you need anything, please do speak to Gunther." And he gestures towards the big cowman behind the counter. "If not, the Griffin's post is just outside, down the hill on your right. You can't miss it."
Great. Yes, guys. You hear that? Let's just go down the hill to the post and let's get on our way.
Andros, this might be where I can buy stuff for our healing ingredients.
Sounds good.
Right.
Let's chat to him quick.
I agree on Maeve on this one. Could be a chance.
"Well, I'll leave you to it. Now, Eliash, I believe we should speak about your ailments." And as he starts to walk off and talk to her, Eliash, very quickly stops him from talking in private. And the two walk off.
Okay.
You're left to your own devices.
We'll go to the counter with Maeve.
Let's
at
speak
least.
quickly.
Yeah.
I'll be there as well.
And as you walk on over, you start to see this gentleman moves a sack over, and a few mushrooms fall out. He's like, "Oh, wait there, come back here." And he grabs them, puts them back in the sack, ties it up, holds it up. He's like, "Oh, howdy there. Hey there, little lady. Can I help you at all?"
Hello. Yeah. Perhaps you have some ingredients that I'm looking for.
"Ah, keen herbalist, I see. Well, the name's Gunther Bigglesby. Pleasure to meet you."
Nice to meet you. My name is Maeve, and a healer, herbalist in the making.
"Oh, nice. I like to see it. Anything in particular you're after?"
Probably silver shade dust. Main thing, some red amantia mushrooms would be nice.
Everybody wants the mushrooms. That's what I just dropped a few there. Wait there, let me get you some. And he reaches into a bag. "How many do you want?"
What's the price?
"Well, I'll sell them for, let's say, 10 gold a pop."
Okay. And the silver shade dust?
Silver shade dust a little pricier. Silver shade dust probably gonna run you about 30 gold for a vial.
How many times can I use a vial?
1 vial per potion, lady.
Okay.
You see, the shade dust itself, it's used in the greater healing potions. And those usually run you about 150 gold just to buy one from a store. So it's not too bad if you make your own.
Let's do 60. About 3 veils and 2 mushrooms.
That'll be that's 100 gold, right?
No, 110.
100. You're right. You know what? It's good to see an honest customer. Yeah, 110 gold, please, then, lady. Here you go. And he puts 3 vials of the silver shade dust on the counter, and 2 of the bigger mushrooms.
Yep, and I hand them 110 gold.
Thank you very much. It's good doing business with you. And if you need to know anything about the local area, by all means, you could always ask.
Do you source your mushrooms from around here, or from near the Ironwood?
The what?
The Ironwood Forest?
The Ironwood Forest.
Can I not just nudge Maeve and be like, "You do know we traveled very far."
Maybe they also travel like we do. I don't know.
Where'd you guys come from?
All of us?
Well, just now. I didn't see you come through the front door. I thought maybe I was dealing with a customer.
We came in with Eliash.
Eliu?
We teleported with a mage.
You use teleportation? Oh my word, I've never... You guys can teleport?
Well, we can't. She can. Elias. Like, anyway.
Oh!
We came from Arkenvale. Long story short.
You came from Arkenvale?
Anyway, anything
Ironwood.
about the
right.
Yeah.
the local locations where she might be able to gather her own things?
Oh yeah, sorry. You can find a few things. The red adamantium mushrooms, usually in the forests of these parts. There's a few further north, past Shaylin, the fishing town.
Right.
All of this area is under the protection of Shaylin, which is one of the banners of 9.
Mm-hmm. The red adamantium mushrooms were quite easily found in the Ironwood Forest, if you ever happen to be there.
All right. Well, it's one place I've always wished to visit. That Ironwood's pretty tough, you know.
You know, I appreciate that. If you're ever around there, make sure to drop into see Ruby.
I sure will. Is she?
If you redhead, she collects them. I don't know. Maybe strike a deal.
Oh, is she some sort of a herbalist gatherer, maybe?
She sells them. I think she does. Yeah, she does make healing potions. Not great ones, but she did make some healing potions.
Right. Well, if I ever head that way, it's a little far out the ways, but yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, pleasure is mine.
See you later, little lady.
Okay.
And where do you guys go? Do you leave?
I guess we leave.
Yeah, and as you start to step outside of the main doors, you see now that the outside of the building is made of like a white quartz stone, and as you step out, you can see that it's like 5 stories high. And on the front of the tower, you see various stained glass windows, all of which depict a man in a green robe. And you can see him aiding like dying crops. Like one half of the stained glass is dying, the other half is alive. You see another one of like a barren field, and then the other one filled with like wildlife, like pigs and cows. You see another one of a dying man, and then the other side a healthy man. And they all seem to depict this one person in green robes. And also what you see is a very large, probably, I want to say about 15 foot tall, a white statue of a man with his hand cast out and what looks to be like herbs in one hand. And on a plaque beneath it, it says, Kilika Ravenson, child of Odal, hero of Craddock. Also, you now notice that you are on the top of a hill. And as you look around, you can see, for quite some distance, the sea surrounding you. As you are right on the edge of this cliff face that goes into the Serpent's Bay. You also see, down the hill, a couple more buildings and a windmill. And then further along, you see some forests and a couple more settlements. One, very far away, looks like a very small, like, village. The other looks like a port. And as you start to descend the hill a little bit, are you heading towards where you were told the Griffin's Post was? Is that your plan?
So.
Yeah. And as you guys start heading there, you start to hear what sounds to be like some sort of commotion going on from within a barn. And as you head in, one of the barn doors swings open, and this griffin comes stamping out, like it seems to be like trotting, and all of its feathers are like furled up at the back, like it's annoyed. And as it does, you see this halfling man come running out, and he's wearing a wide-brimmed, like Napoleon-style hat with this white plume feather on top of it. He's got this ginger, fuzzy like hair, and he's a halfling, very short, with these very fuzzy, thick eyebrows. And as he comes out, he's like, whoa there, friend. Whoa, calm down. Demon Tail, go back in. It'll be fine. Don't worry about a thing, all right? Come on, laddie. Good boy. Look, bread. Joe, what's the bread? Get it. And he, like, throws it into, like, the barn. And then this griffin, like, turns and, like, heads in. And you see this red and orange, like, bristly tail flick round and almost, like, knock his hat off. And he catches it. He's like, oh, you're a feisty one today there. And the griffin then walks back into the barn. He shuts the barn, puts a latch over it, he leans against it. He's like, I didn't see you there. Hello. How are we doing?
Oh, we're doing good. How are you doing? How are you handling Demon Tail?
Yes, Demon Tail. Demon Tail seems to be a little feistier than the others. Likes to, show his power, strength, if you will. Were you here to see me, or were you just stumbling past?
Oh, actually, we were sent here for transport, I believe.
You wish to use the Griffin's Post? Well, not a problem. My name is Koras Quickcrest. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure is
Nice to meet you all. Where do you hail from, if you don't mind me asking? Some of you look a little bit on the wild side.
Oh, we try to... it's a bit difficult to understand, but we actually teleported here.
Most recently, Arkenvale.
Arkenvale? Well, that's quite some distance. And you teleported here? May, you must be wizards.
Some of us are.
Some of us.
Some of us are not.
Well, that's an impressive feat. What makes you want to use the griffins then, if you don't just, bamf elsewhere?
Interest. Wanna ride the griffins for once?
Well, I don't blame you. Some of these are lovely, others not so much. Would you like one each? Where are you planning on traveling?
The capital.
You wish to go to the capital? Right. Well, you won't be able to do it in a day, I'm afraid. It'll take 2, but it's up to you how you wish to travel. We can take a griffin down to Zolden. That's the port city. You could get yourselves a little ferry there, straight over the ocean to the capital, or you could take a 12-hour flight. The ship itself will take nearly a full day, so you'd be cutting half a day out.
I'd rather do the flight.
Anything you can tell us about, the flying, but also the general area, like also flying over the sea and stuff.
Flying over the sea should be relatively uneventful, let's say. Currently, some of the boats are having a little bit of an issue with a big sea serpent. I don't know if you've met the fella yet, but let's just say he's pretty pissed off.
We've heard about it. Anything like, why is he pissed?
I wouldn't know. I tend not to go looking. I don't want to poke the bear, as they say.
How much is this gonna cost for the 12-hour flight, please?
Well, it'll be around about 50 gold to get you to Zolden each. Okay. And then it'll be an additional 50 to get you to the capital.
Alright, so I pay it all up front right here right now. Like, if I pop 600 gold right here right now, I don't have to worry about paying nothing else. We can just get on our way to Paddock. Yeah?
How does
the only thing you'll need is a place to stay in Zolden.
Oh, that's fine. I take out 600 gold, I plop it down, not even worried about it. I'm just ready to go on a griffin.
Alright then.
How does it work though? Like, do we get back? Or
what do you mean do you get back?
Well, when we get to the capital,
yes.
Which is Thaldor, right?
Yep.
What happens to the griffin? Do we tie it up somewhere and then fly back at some point? Or...
There's another griffin post there. There's griffin posts in most towns.
Cool.
Alright. And this one we have 8 griffins currently. So
great.
I'll even let you pick.
Great.
I would advise, if it's your first time, don't pick Demon Tail.
Oh, I'm picking it.
I knew it.
On your head be it, friend.
Is there a technique, anything we should know, how to handle them, what's the best thing to do?
Well, what I would suggest is certain of the griffins, some of them are a little more playful, some are a little more headstrong, some want to fight, others are a little lazy. So it does depend on which griffin you take. Now, luckily, I know these beasts. I know them very well. So, I can give you a little few pointers. Some of them may need a little kick up the butt every now and then, if they're getting a bit slow. Others may be a little bit more on the pranksterish side. Might try to splash you, get you wet, that sort of thing. Others sometimes tend to look for trouble. Demon Tail is definitely one of them. Now, there have been times where I've been riding Demon Tail, and I've managed to, get him on the right track. But sometimes it's a little hard. Bear in mind, they are quite big.
Right.
Is this based on strength or handling?
A little bit of both. Depends on which one you have. You see, if you go for one of the stronger ones, handling might not be enough. You might need to force them a little. Whereas if you go for a nicer one that likes just the company of people, handling will be more better than the strength. You see? You get my gist?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll have a nice one.
You'll have a nice one.
One with a plushy coat.
Would you like to meet them?
Sure.
Yes.
And
Can I have it pick me instead? I think that works way better.
Well, I already know which one will pick you.
What?
You know.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I know 100% which one will pick you. It'd pick all of you.
Pick.
He's very friendly. Sorry, she is very friendly. She just loves human interaction.
Oh, someone else can take that one.
Her name's Moonbill.
Moonbill.
That sounds like a.
She's
name
a
for-
little bit lazy. She likes to nap quite a lot, and she loves fuss.
What's that?
Fuss? Like petting, stroking. Yeah.
That sounds like one for me.
Yeah. Let's just meet him real quick.
Very well. Well, follow me. I'll take you to the paddock. And he leads you down a little gangway, and there's this gated fence, and you guys can see over it. And he's like, "All right, you see that one over there?" And he points, and there's this large one. It's really big. He looks a little on the chubbier side than stocky. He's like, "That one there is Hydros. He loves to eat most things. Now, when it comes to a bit of a tussle, because of his larger size, he could withstand it and take a bit of a beating, especially if it's a high wind. He's very good for that sort of thing. But he's a little lazy and loves to eat. However, if you offer him food, might motivate him." Next we have, there he is, and you can see Demon Tail just kicking a tree. That's Demon Tail. Hence the name, he's a bit of a handful. He has a little orange and red tipped tail with a bushier end than most. He's very quick-tempered. A little bit vain, but he knows he's strong. And that's one of his good points. However, he does like to look for a fight. So, if we do encounter anything in the sky, he may try to veer off towards it. I would suggest, if you're going to go for that, make sure you put someone strong on there. No offense to you ladies, but maybe someone like the big guy would probably be best for him.
Which big?
Draw my eye, Shion. But
Yeah, and then he points to another one. He's like, "Oh, that's Demon Tail's partner. That one there's Marshwing. She is a little more focused. However, she hates losing. If Demon Tail does challenge her to anything while in the sky, she'll be gunning for it. So she could be a little headstrong too sometimes. And you can tell her difference because her left wing is a little darker with a slight yellowy green tinge to the edge. Don't know what's wrong with her. She seems in perfectly good health, but that wing during birth had a slight defect. But she's alright. Bless her. Alright, next we have, oh, there he is. and you can see that the second biggest one standing really proud, and its mane at the front is like immaculate, almost looking like a crest-like shape. And he says, that one there's Stormcrest, second largest of the group, likes to think of himself as a bit of a leader, always wants to be at the front of the pack, will never go behind anyone. He's a little stubborn and a little bit defiant, but with the right sort of person, I usually ride Stormcrest, but by all means you could as well if you wished. He just needs someone a little stern with him, but he's usually pretty good. Next you have the, I like to call them the twins. They're not quite twins, but they have very similar characteristics. We got Falcor. Falcor is the skinniest of the group. He is very playful though. He loves to dive into the water and catch a fish, splash your rider, do a little barrel roll in the sky. He just likes to play around and have a laugh. Bit of a clown, really. And then his little sister, Itzy. She's the youngest and the smallest of the group. She's quite intelligent, and she's always alert to sounds, but likes to play with her brother Falcor, and the two do kind of mess about quite a bit. And then, lastly, have Moonbill. Moonbill likes to have naps. You can tell Moonbill out of all of them because she has a birthmark on her beak, and it's of a crescent moon. Quite pretty, really. She loves to be spoiled. She loves to be petted, and she just loves being around people. That's why I said that she'd pick you, because she'll be the first one to come over. And then lastly, there was Solartail. Solartail is similar to Stormcrest, but she's a little bit more defensive in the sense that she'll try to protect the others. She's like the mother griffin of all of them. But she's very kind as well, and she can fly for the longest and the fastest.
That's so cool. Wow.
And that's your name.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot of different personalities there.
Oh, there is. Hey,
Can we
well,
just
Griffins.
walk over, or
By
Are
all
we
means,
allowed to approach them?
I would say maybe steer clear of Marshwing and Demondale.
Okay.
do you have
But I'd
any
still be
like
fine.
any like treats or something we can
By
use
all
to
means, yeah.
introduce ourselves?
Would you like to feed them a ferret?
Sure.
I have a few dead ferrets hanging up if you want to feed them.
I'll take a ferret and walk over to the Falcor area.
Yeah. And yeah, so you head out with a ferret. Anyone else?
I want to head out without a ferret.
Want to what, sorry?
I want to head out without a ferret.
Yep, yeah.
And I'll walk up to, I guess, Stormcrest.
Yep.
Couple of feet away, and then bend through my knees and just stick out my hand as a gesture to smell it.
Okay. So while you're doing that, we have Erhard going out with a ferret towards Falcor. Anyone else going out to a particular one, or are you guys just watching for now?
I'll go to Moonbill, but I'm not bringing a ferret because I'm not touching that.
I'll wait to see which one everyone else picks, and I'll choose between the remaining.
I'll take a ferret and I walk up to the last one, the motherly one.
Solartail?
Solartail, yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So as you all go out, we'll go with Erhard first, because you said you were going first. You pull out your ferret, and immediately you see like Hydros like looking into the air. He can smell food, and he's like looking around like trying to see, but he looks too lazy to get up and walk on over, so he kind of just lays back down. You do notice that Moonbill immediately gets up when you all start walking in and just walks over towards you all. But as some of you start going your own ways, you can see that she's now gunning towards Shion, as Shion seems to be approaching her as well. And you lose sight of Falcor for a second. And as you're looking around her hard, and you're holding this ferret like this, you then feel something tug, and as you look down, Falcor's like snuck behind you, and has like grabbed the ferret, and it's just like, its like beak is round the ferret's head, and it's just like looking at you. like it's been caught in the act.
I'll just say like, well, hello there, and well, how are you doing?
And as you say that, it just kind of looks at you, and then it lets go of the ferret, and it's just like staring at you, just like, what the hell's going on? Like it seems like it's confused.
And I will just say, yeah, it's all good, and I just like hold out the ferret and just kind of like make it like have like a couple jibs as if I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah. And his head like goes every time you like move it. He looks at it like he's about to go for it, but realizes that you're still holding onto it.
And at some point, I just flip it high in the air, and
he like
there you go.
leaps up, wings spread out. He catches it, lands back down, and starts eating it. And then as he's eating it, like you look away for a second, and its tail just like whizzes past your face as it like flicks the tail towards you in like a playful manner.
Cool.
And as that's happening with you,
can I try and like, I don't know, almost like as if I'm like playing around with him, like kind of jump back, like almost like a flip or something?
Sure, roll me a performance check.
Oh damn it, wrong screen.
Yeah, and as you do this flip, you land back on your feet, and like you see this like excitement in his eyes. Okay, yeah. Let me make a note. Okay. So next we will go with Shion. Shion, as you walk out without the thing, do you put a hand out or do you just walk towards it?
I guess I would treat it as I would treat my camels back home, you know, slowly approach, and then maybe, you know, as soon as it's sort of used to me, I guess I'll scratch his chin a little.
Yeah, so you walk out like a little bit like apprehensive as to how this creature's going to react, but Moonbill just pushes its head like straight into you, like it just wants immediate attention. And at that, it like just like rubs its head like against you, and then like I assume like your reactions just kind of go for it, and it just sits there and it's like loving the attention. It seems to like truly be loving it. Could you roll me a animal handling check at advantage, please?
Not one of my strong points right there. Oh well.
Yeah, you
nat
smash
20.
it. You're good. Don't worry, you're absolutely fine. And yeah, it just like pushes into you more and more, and like at one point, like you have to take a step back because it's like it's just enjoying it so much. And yeah, you seem to be spending a bit of time with Moonbill. Next up, we'll go with Maeve. So as you kneel down and put your hand out, you notice Stormcrest like look at you. He like looks around, and then he takes a step forward to you, and like it bows its head in your direction. Can I have an animal handling check, but a flat roll, please, from you?
Can I guidance myself?
Sure, yeah, I'll allow it. As you like one hand out, you like just touch, and yeah, go for
Like
it.
I'll bow down basically in the, you know?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I think
still
27 will be fine. Yeah, but yeah, go for it. Roll me. You know what? Let's see if you get a 30.
That would be the first 30, right?
Maybe.
I had one.
You did with a nat 20, wasn't it? There you go, a 30. Bang on.
30.
Yeah, so as you bow down and you put this hand out, you realize that Stormcrest seems appreciative that you recognize his authority almost. Like he definitely seems like he likes to be in charge. He likes to lead, and he has like a sense of royalty amongst these griffins. And you bowing and like hand up, he definitely seems to appreciate that. And yeah, he presses his head into you and lets you scrutch him and like scratch behind his ears and stuff. And yeah,
Nice.
Arcturus, you were going for Solartail.
Yep.
And you were going with a ferret?
Yep.
Not a problem. As you start heading towards Solartail, you realize that she like stands up and you see Itzy like hide behind her, and then you see her like chest puffs out a little bit. And what do you do?
Obviously, I have no experience with animals this size, so I'm a little bit hesitant, and I'm moving slowly forward to her with my my ferret. And I see in my in the corner of my eye, I see Maeve doing all those crazy, magnificent stuff with the animals. And I'm mimicking it, but you can see I'm like not comfortable at all.
So do you bend down and put the ferret up? Similar to like Maeve with bending down and putting the hand up.
Yeah, but then less
confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Graceful.
Yeah. I will say roll me an animal handling check. And I will allow you to add a D4. So I won't give you advantage because you have the ferret. Because you're not as confident, I'll give you a D4 instead.
So let's see. 13.
And roll your D4?
The one, so
14. Okay. Solitaire seems a little reluctant to come forward. And it seems curious of you. It does step a couple of steps, but then Itzy like runs off and like her head immediately turns. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, her head immediately turns, and as it does, it snaps back to you, and she very cautiously grabs the ferret and takes it from you, but she's like watching you to see what happens next.
I try to reach out to like the beak and the side of the head.
Yep.
Trying to pet him. There.
Yeah, and as you start to reach slowly, her eyes are just watching your hand. Like, she's very cautious. And yeah, you go for behind the ear, and she pushes into it a little bit, but not as much as what you've seen the others seem to appear to be pushing into it. She's just very cautious of you.
And I'm just holding my hand and let her do the initiative.
Yeah. Not a problem. Then we will go to Andros. Andros, as you're stood there, you feel a tug on your like clothing.
Yeah.
And you look down and see Galoin just like wide-eyed, just like he doesn't know where to go. He's just like, oh my god, this is crazy.
I'll look at Galoin and be like, look, I don't want you taking the mean one. I'll go test this out. I'll see what I can do. I don't know. I mean, it seems like me and him have a bit in common. Maybe we can work something out. But I guess you can take one of the other twin. I guess that one seems like the most probably better off. I guess of the bunch.
Well, there's the big one.
Who?
There's Hydros, the really lazy one.
You
and
want
there's
that one?
Itzy.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't think I should go for Marshwing or Demon Tail, but I think either Hydros, he likes food, I like food.
There you go. Yeah.
But then Itzy's also small and I'm small, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like Hydros would like having a smaller weight on him, and on top of that, you feed him food, he's just gonna be motivated. So, I mean, that's like a perfect fit, if you ask me.
True.
I guess I'll go to. Fuck it, you know, we gotta make some risks. I'll take on the hard one. So, you know, yep.
Are you gonna take a ferret?
No, I don't think that's smart. I'll be honest with you.
Oh.
Yeah. Grandma, I'm gonna need you big time for this. You're the animal expert in my head.
Andros.
Yeah?
I believe in you. You got Tenko to come round. I'm sure you can get a little Demon Tail.
Fucking owl! This is a griffin!
Well, think of it as practice.
Right.
Good luck.
I'll go in and I'll start making my way up to Demon Tail. I'll try to be as confident. Like, I'll try to have this, like, confident approach as I can. As I want to, like, kind of assert a little bit of, like, hey, man, like, we're both a little aggressive here. Like, if you put out fire, I'm gonna put out fire too, kind of approach.
Yeah.
We'll try just to match his energy.
Okay. So are you going for more of a like intimidating sort of
No,
stance?
no, it's more so like I just want to show him that like it's more of like, hey, you're confident, I'm confident, we can work this. Like we can definitely make something happen, sort of deal. I don't want to be like I'm like I'm more better than him or anything. I just want to be like match his energy. Like we both kind of have that same vibe.
Okay, roll me a animal handling check with a negative D4. And roll a 1d4. A 3. Okay, so 19. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He looks at you, and at first, he starts like kicking the hoof, like he's gonna charge.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like watch him, and you like step to the side slightly to try and get like right in his eye line. And he goes for you, and he charges just a few steps, but then he skids to a stop, almost like he was trying to see if you'd panic, but you managed to hold your own, and then he just circles you. And you can see the brow furrows and this like evil look in his face just staring at you, and he circles you all the way around until he gets back to your front, and then he kind of like aggressively, but not to hurt you, throws his like shoulder into you, and then like turns his head as if he wants to be scratched, but he wants to know that you have to like, you gotta fight for it a little bit.
Okay, I'll match it. I'll try to give him a little bit of scratches, but I'll do it in a way where he has to like I'll go most of the way out, but he has to meet me like a little bit of the way as well.
Right, okay, yeah. And I'll say, because you got the 19, I'll say, yeah, he kind of gives in a little bit and pushes the head in. Okay, brilliant. And I will say, Galoin ends up going for Itzy, because Itzy's way more playful. Hydros is just very tired and lazy. And you see Galoin go running on over. Itzy's like galloping beside him. And then he like throws an apple up, and Itzy grabs it out of the air. And then like she like flicks it back to him, and he catches it, and he's like, ah! And he's just like playing with her for a bit. While this is all happening, Koras is like leaning against a post, just chewing on like a little bit of wheat. And as he pulls out, he's like, well, I believe that all of you seem to have got acquainted with my little friends. When would you like to leave?
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
You like to go now?
Sure, we can.
Hey, give me like 20 minutes, let's say, just to make sure that everything's in order before I leave.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Very well.
Do we go by ourselves, or do we get a guide?
Oh, I'll be taking you.
Okay,
Great.
all the way to the capital.
I'll take you to Zolden. We'll stop off there, and then I'll take you to the capital. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
You see, these griffins are under my charge. So what I'll do is I'll go the whole way with you, spend a night with them, and then lead them all back with me.
Cool. Cool beans.
All right.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, yeah, give me 20 minutes just to wrap some things up. Make sure the wife's got everything ready for my disappearance for a little while. And, yeah, I'll be back. Enjoy your time with them. Please don't feed Hydros too many ferrets if you can. Thank you.
We'll keep it in mind.
He needs a little exercise, Mona. You know what? I'll take Hydros.
Great. Cool.
Are you guys excited for it?
I guess I will go and pet or try and pet Falcor, since I haven't actually really touched him. So
yeah, and he leans into it. Now that you've played with him, he seems to trust you a little more. And yeah, I would say everyone, you kind of come back to like the middle of this like paddock, and as you're just like talking to one another, the Falcor keeps running up to you, hard, like playing. Stormcrest is always watching you, Maeve, but gives you a bit of distance and like space. Same with Solartail. Itzy and Moonbill are by Shion and not Andros and Galoin's side constantly, and Demon Tail is just staring at Andros the entire time. Doesn't break eye contact.
I'm gonna get killed by a freaking griffin.
It's one way to go out.
Your pick.
Well, it was either that or let Galoin do it. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Try and be nice.
Oh, I had a couple of options.
Right, yeah, true.
Let's
I'll
be
forgive
real.
Miss Mullen.
You couldn't ride on Itzy.
Yeah. Well, it's between Itzy or the big dude.
Well, there's Marshwing as well.
Who's that?
Demon Tail's mate. Weren't you listening?
First of all, she seems like if we get in any, like if she loses in anything, I'm dead at that point. Nah, at least this guy's gonna be a little aggressive. At least I can actually, you know, I don't know.
I think he's going to get you hurt, if anything.
I think he'll come to like me soon.
Is he still staring at you?
I think it's in term of endearment. I think he's staring at me in love. You know, he likes the way I am aggressive.
Is it me, or does he keep like kicking his feet like he's gonna charge?
He ain't gonna charge. He ain't gonna charge. We've had this skirmish. It's fine.
Galoin,
anyone-
let him have his illusions.
Galoin, this must be exhilarating, right? If you've always worked with horses.
This is really cool.
Mm.
It's like a flying horse.
Yeah.
Right? I'm very excited.
I am
so
a
excited.
little worried for all of you.
Why?
Why?
Hours of flight.
Yeah.
I'm used to riding a horse. I feel like you lot aren't.
I feel like I'm made for this, guys.
I can be a horse. Does that count?
Sure. Shion, are you gonna be alright on a griffin for like hours?
I've ridden camels a lot. How different could it be? This one's in the air, but I mean, I have a very snuggly one, so I'm pretty sure it won't get me in danger or something like that.
And Arcturus?
Hmm?
Have you ever... Do you know how to ride?
No.
Just hold on.
And don't
I
fall
think
off,
we'll
I
be
guess.
fine.
Yeah, just don't fall off. Don't anger it while in flight.
We'll
That's
figure
good
it out.
advice. That's good advice.
Does any of us have Featherfall, just in case?
I have a ring of foxstep.
And we have someone who can Misty Step.
Yeah, that's.
In any way, we would be wet.
Yeah.
Would
That's
it be
fine.
helpful? Would it be helpful to cast, or have you guys be able to breathe underwater ahead of time of falling off?
Nah, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
How long does it last?
A day.
I have no intention of being underwater, darling. I mean, even if I do fall, my head will be above the water, I hope.
It depends how far you fall from.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well-
think today we're just going to the port, right? And then we're going to stay over, and then tomorrow will be the flight over the ocean.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to do it then.
Yeah, not,
Yeah.
not
Not yet.
now.
While
Should
this
we-
conversation is happening, I'll
Yeah.
tap Shion real quick. How did your scrolls go, by the way?
They went very well, thank you, but not for me.
Not. What do you mean?
I gave one. Well, one of them worked. Some others failed, and I gave the last one to Maeve, and for her it worked out brilliantly. So, I'm happy, even though as soon as we find another magic shop, even though I know they're rare here, I will buy some more.
Right.
There are
But,
more people I want to contact.
Right. Okay. We seemed a little quiet today. You didn't. You haven't really hardly spoke as much.
No, well, it's all very new, obviously. But
Right.
yeah,
You usually have a lot to say. I mean, not as much as me, but you know, you have more to say than others.
I guess so, but I guess I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone right now. I'll be all right. Just give me a few.
Okay.
But thank you for your concern. I hope everything went well with your shiny stuff.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's all good. Won't know until the time comes, I guess.
Yes, I do expect you to kill a lot of bats.
Right. If you guys don't kill them first, that is.
What can you do?
Right. Yeah, true.
Alright, well, if you're all ready, I certainly am. So, shall we go?
Yep. Just give me a minute to...
Let's go.
Hopefully this guy doesn't kill
Right.
me.
No worries, I'll saddle them up. And he just goes over, he puts a saddle on, straps them, and you see him start to put, like, a collar around them as well, which has, like, a small, like, metal loop on the back. Almost like, in case something goes wrong, he can tie, like, a rope around it to lead it, rather than it just go on its own. And he puts a red collar around Demon Tail. He puts a blue collar around Stormcrest, a green collar around Solar Tail, a pink collar around Itzy. He puts a purple collar around Falcor, and then finally he puts a yellow collar around Moonbill, and then he gets a black collar and he puts it around Hydros, and he climbs onto Hydros. He's like, "Come on then, you need some exercise." And he like walks Hydros out, and you can feel every stomp with Hydros is like way heavier than the rest. He's a big boy. He's the biggest one of the lot, but it's more fat than like muscle. He's just like a very big griffin, and he leads his out, and he like looks back and he's like, "Oh, get on then." And all of you begin to climb on.
I will slowly walk towards Demon Tail and just in my head, "Hey buddy, we're gonna be okay. Just let me on you."
Yeah.
Don't be mad.
Okay, and for the people, I need 2 people to roll me a check as they climb aboard their griffin. Everyone else is fine. And those 2, I need an animal handling check from Ondros and from Arcturus, please, as the pair of you 2 may or may not have had...
Can I give some bend of luck to Arcturus?
Sure, yeah, by all means, as you like flick a bit of wild magic in his direction. Does that give him a reroll?
He rolls a d4 and adds...
A d4. Yeah, go for it.
3, which is
12, which is enough. So yeah, you do manage to climb on, and Ondros, you do climb on, and he goes to bolt the second you get on, but you like hold him in a way, more like strength, but like making sure that he doesn't bolt too fast. And he like looks up at you, and you can just see like an eye look towards you, and then he trots behind everyone else. And as this is all happening, Stormcrest pushes past everyone else and leads in front of everyone apart from Hydros, who he does sit behind, but he like pushes to make sure he's in front. Itzy with Galoin and Falcor remain nearer the back, and they just like follow along playing, and like they're like snapping at one another, but like playfully, not in like a harmful way, as they're just messing around. And then Solar Tail is just constantly like watching, making sure that everyone like she's almost like head counting the griffins to make sure that they're all there. And Moonbill is just like every time Shion stops scratching, she like looks around like just to see like why have you stopped? What are we doing? And then you all start to walk out, and you come up to the side of this this cliff face, and you can see that the grass on this cliff front is more flat than the rest. And you then see Koras. He like looks back and smiles. Follow me. And then he like smacks the back of Hydros, and then Hydros like bolts forward towards this cliff face, and you just see Hydros fall off the side of the cliff. And you all kind of just stop for a second. and then Hydrus flies up into the sky, and then yeah, you're all there, and he's like, "Well, what are you waiting for?" As he like shouts back towards you all, as he like dips back up into the sky.
So do we have a like?
You got like a saddle and
leashes or something?
like reins, yeah.
Reins, that's it. So we'll just clip the reins. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah. And the second one of you clips, and I'll say it's Erhard on Falcor, you clip first. Stormcrest just starts running. The second he hears anyone else clip, as he just tries to take charge, he runs off, and you get this like exhilarating feeling as you're like rushing towards the side of this cliff, and then you just drop off the side and you just see down to crashing waves against the cliff face with rocks, jagged rocks sticking up on the side, and you're just like, and like your breath, you take that breath and you get that feeling in your stomach as he then dips back up and glides into the sky, and each of you get this. But Demon Tail doesn't lift up straight away. He continues to dive longer than necessary, and then dips up, like, at the last minute. And Andros, as you're on him, you're just like, ah! Like, as this, like, brief moment of panic hits you. And then, yeah, he glides up and carries on. And then you begin to fly out in a formation. And as you begin to fly and soar through the skies, you see many wonderful-looking things around you. Up here, having this height advantage, now higher than the tower, the 5-story tower, and you're flying over the coast and where the land is. You could see forests, mountains. You could see villages, and really far down you can see horses and cars. You can see a port town with rows and rows of ships docked. And across the waters, in a very far away place, you can just make out a landmass on the other side, which you assume to be where the capital is. And as you're gliding through the air, with the birds flying beside you, I'm gonna need all of you to make me an animal handling check, please. Andros is smashing this, I will say.
Oh my god.
Guidance? Can I just guidance?
Sure.
Anyway?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll say you can in this scenario.
I will go for lucky.
You're gonna bend luck as well?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
No,
Lucky.
just lucky.
Okay.
Lucky for me.
Go for it. Roll advantage.
What?
So roll again.
Animal there.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so none of you have any issues. Andros, Demon Tail occasionally tries to drift from the pack, and you see him go for like a bird or something nearby. He just seems to like aggressively go for it, but you manage to pull him and like rein him back into the pack, and he carries on flying.
I'll try to feed him food. Like I'll start trying to like take some food out. Like of my, I have rations on me. So
yeah,
I'll
and
take
like
him
you
food
lean
out.
forward,
Yeah.
and like the first time you do it, he nips your finger, and you're just like, you're like, ah, you little bastard, like, ah. Yeah. But then after a while, you realize that you need to like drop it in front of him so that he then eats it. Yeah, yeah, and you manage to do that. That's not a problem. Shion, the whole time, as long as you have a hand touching the feathers or like the fur of Moonbill, she is fine. But the second you like go to scratch your head, the head just turns back round again, like it just wants that constant attention. It's like just having a big fluffy Labrador constantly just by your feet. Erhard, as you're going along, every now and then it does a spin, like a barrel roll, like a full barrel roll, and you have to like hold on. Your hat nearly comes off, but you manage to grab it as it then spins around, and you just see it like playfully sway like side to side. While this is happening, Itzy doesn't do the full roll, but is like gliding like that, almost like left to right, trying to copy her older brother. Maeve, you constantly get the feeling that that Stormcrest is just leading like the charge, and he's constantly like in front, watching what's ahead of him, more so than what's behind him. And every now and then he pulls in front of Hydros and Koras. And then Koras like looks at Stormcrest and he like comes back just a little bit. Like, he just keeps trying to push forward. But yeah, Cross is clearly the one in charge here. And while this is all happening, Arcturus, you see the mother hen bang in the middle of the pack, watching side to side, but then you reassure with a hand, and you seem to calm her cautiousness and wariness of the group. And yeah, as you all start flying through the air, a few more hours pass, and I think it'd probably be a good time to stop. I know it's a little bit early. It's about 13 minutes early, but I would say you just start to glide into view of more of Zoldin, which is the port town. Zoldin, sorry, of the port town. And as you start to glide in and slowly come down, after about 5 or 6 hours of flying, you eventually glide down towards the surface. The feet hit as the griffins run, coming to a slow stop near another paddock just outside of this port town. And as you all dismount and lead the griffins into the paddocks, I think that's where we will end tonight's session. And then next week, we can pick up with you guys in the port town of Zoldin to see what you get up to before the big day to the capital. So guys, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little bit more of an RP heavy and narrative session this week. But hopefully, yeah, you enjoyed that one. Right, let's go around the room, introduce ourselves, tell us where you can find us when we're not here. So Tim, take it away.
Guys, my name is Tim. I'm the male half of Team Logic NL, and you can find us on the Team Logic NL Twitch channel, where we do variety games. We finished Horizon Forbidden West, at least the story of it, so that's a good one. And being inspired by some of our beloved members playing the older games on the emulator, I've been thinking and doing stuff, and I managed to hook up a very old console, a Sega Mega Drive, like the original one, and I'm gonna test it out tomorrow. So it's gonna be fun, like a real retro game stream. So yeah, be sure to get there.
Very nice, very nice. Have you got a plan of what game you're gonna play?
We have like, I believe, 16 games to pick from.
Let's go.
Yeah,
very cool.
we have a stock, and well, some of them are like more fun to watch. Other ones, they are like more boring. So we'll just pick some.
Awesome, cool. That sounds very exciting. And below Tim, we have Eagle. Eagle, take it away.
Hello, everybody. You can go follow me on Eagle, where I do, or the Eagle Outlaw, where I do. Been doing some Pokemon, mono flying, hardcore Nuzlocke. We'll continue doing a little bit of night stuff. I'm about to start working days soon, so schedule's gonna get flopped around a little bit, but I'll work that out, and then we'll continue doing, like, we're doing Zelda. What game was it? I can't remember. Skyward Sword. That's one. Yeah, we'll keep doing that on like Thursdays ish, and then also I've been dabbling a bit more YouTube, so make sure y'all check that out as well. It's pretty cool, and yeah, thank you so much.
And don't forget to follow those socials and all the YouTubes and the Discords and all that good stuff.
Fucking follow the socials. Fucking, YouTube. Thank you for sponsoring tonight. Fucking, join the Discord. Come talk to me. Talk to me about how I'm about to die next session due to this fucking demon tail. And yeah, I hope you guys are having it. I did. And make sure y'all just fucking follow socials and shit. That's great. Thank you.
Awesome. And Smitty, take it away.
Hello, you can find me at Smitty Jane on Twitch. I am currently on a holiday, but you can see me live again on Monday evening when we tune back into Twilight Princess, which I haven't played for a week and a half, and I've probably forgotten how the game works and what the controls are. And I'm probably in the middle of a temple, I don't remember. So that's going to be fun.
It's just going to be pure confusion next stream.
It's just going to be like, wait, what is a controller? I haven't touched a controller in like 2 weeks. What are buttons?
Yeah, no, I feel that. And to the other side of the screen, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, speaking of not touching things that you're supposed to touch, I haven't streamed in forever, so yeah. I think I try to make a regular on Sunday, and then whenever else I'm not too tired from work. Work is just crazy at the moment, and yeah, stuff. Yeah, currently playing odd. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles. It's in the
Um,
chat. I can see it.
and yeah, The Farthest Frontier. But also, I'm gonna try out a new game actually again. The Dragoness Command of what's that? The Flame. Command of the Flame. So it's a pretty much like a like the Heroes of Might and Magic. Build a fantasy army and battle it through a map or something. But at the same time, be kind of like a roguelite. So
oh, cool.
You're supposed to get defeated and then progress more or something. Learn from your
Right.
mistakes, something like that. So
Lose to
sounds
get better.
very interesting. Yeah.
Awesome. And above Zeb, we have. I need to say Shion. Lan.
Hello. My name is Shion. No, I'm Lan. I'm the female half of Team Logic. And seeing as next Wednesday is the first Wednesday of the month, I'm going to look at my husband over there. There might be another dumbass Pokemon challenge coming up next Wednesday. So yeah, look forward to that, guys. And otherwise, I'll be back on Wednesday mornings playing 2 Coin Campus. So yeah, look forward to that.
Awesome. And then there's finally me. I'm Onion, the Onion Soup. I will be starting, hopefully all being well. I'm sure I will be. But I'll be starting my Pokemon Hardcore monologue of Shining Pearl, which is going to be interesting because that game is very hard towards the end and I can only use normal types. So, yeah. But that should be good. That should be good as we beat the previous one just before I went on holiday. And we're also playing The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And just like Smitty, I also haven't played in like 2 weeks. I don't know the buttons. I don't really remember what I was doing. So we'll be having fun over there as well. And then we do that on Wednesdays. Right. Well, do we have a raid? Who are we raiding today?
We do. It has been a while, so we are gonna raid our beloved friends of Penny Dragon Games.
Nice, yeah, it has been a little while.
We've been there in the beginning, and we haven't been there ever since.
Yeah, it'd be nice to pop on in.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, cool. Well, guys, we will be back next week with some more D&D, and you'll be able to find out what's happening in Zoldin and the travel to the capital on their lovely named griffins, who I'm sure none of them will be getting attached to. Yeah, let's without further ado, let's raid on in. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching on Twitch. All that good stuff. We appreciate you. Much love. Have a great weekend. See you later. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Bye.